MT.
It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
Raise your P on this track.
Baby mama terrorist.
BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hellos, behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worrying about another bitch instead of us co-parent. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. The Solemn Court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. Hey, on this one, y'all don't know what this is. Hey, I don't even know what the fuck this is. You got a motherfucking Al Karen, baby mama terrorist, ex-teacher, was feeding her students cupcakes. Now, you would think that maybe if it's going to be laced, it'll be cocaine. Maybe it'll be laced with meth. Hell, you know how a lot of us do. We do marijuana cupcakes. But this motherfucker goes to the school with cupcakes laced with motherfucking sperm. And not just sperm, but her husband's sperm.
Oopsie.
Man. So on this note, y'all don't know what the fuck it is, and I don't either. But you may be seated in this motherfucker. Nah, this shit ain't funny at all. It's funny because, like, who would think to do some crazy ass shit like that? But it's not funny that you got some nasty ass teacher that's supposed to be a teacher and be there for the students and do her job to bring cupcakes laced with the husband's sperm. See, I told you, these Al Karens will always be number one. These Al Karen baby mama terrorists will always be number one when it comes to baby mama terrorism. I would never ever lie to you and say that they will be ranked number 2 or 3. No. Al Karen baby mama terrorists are the worst baby mama terrorists on the planet. These motherfuckers will do some shit and outdo a snail, a skunk, a rat, a motherfucking cockroach. Can't get no worse than this. This motherfucker right here, she look like she's sick. She look like she a freak. Look like she fucked dogs, animals, cats, and snakes and crickets and everything else. This motherfucker was a school teacher in Louisiana, taking cupcakes laced with her husband's sperm. This piece of shit right here, that's her. I'm gonna tell you about this. It's gonna be tripped out. This her husband, Dennis Perkins. Her name is Cynthia Perkins. He was a sheriff. He worked for the county government. So both of these motherfuckers right here had careers. Certified. Had a shield to hide behind. You see what I'm saying? No different from these baby mama terrorists and shit. Uncle Diggity did get tea says, what's the point? Why would you do that to them kids? What was the point? Ain't no point with these baby mama terrorists and Semen forces. Just evil. That's all to it. Just evil. They don't have no point. Evil. Cause harm. Cause havoc. Destruction. Fuck your whole livelihood up and so on. They don't have no reasoning. They don't. Shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He says, hashtag Cupcakes. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. We got the Dallas D in the building on her YouTube channel, Melanated and Candid Productions. Subscribe to her channel. She's coming with some real shit. She was just on there with Gail at night doing the Lord's work. I saw y'all. Shit, that's what's up. Yeah. See, we're gonna talk about this, and let me tell you one of the reasons why. You're gonna see how they found out. You're gonna see how they found out because evidently somebody told. Because ain't no way you found out some shit like this unless somebody told, of course. But here's the thing. The thing is, this shit right here, all of a sudden want to testify against him. Now all of a sudden, it's his fault because he coerced her. Now all of a sudden, he forced her. Now all of a sudden, he made her do it. You know how that go, y'all?
How dare you do this to me?
See, this is why I told y'all, these baby mama terrorists will get caught in fuck shit, and they will still try to point the finger at somebody else. They can't even do a crime. They can't even be a partner in crime no more. In this day and age, you can't trust no bitch to be a partner in crime.
How dare you do this to me?
Because even if they get caught up with the same shit and they got evidence of what she did and what he did, she will still do the how dare you do this to me?
How dare you do this to me?
And will still try to put it all on you. You can't make this shit up. You can't even have a bitch to be a partner in crime no more. She got caught. He got caught. And she still point that motherfucking finger at him. And now she's going to testify against him because she was coerced. For real. We're going to talk about this shit. We're going to talk about this shit. This is some breaking news ass shit. Just like we talked about with Tommy Sotomayor and Ignorant Shay. Y'all saw the video. And then what she do when she got on Tasha K and got on Kwame Brown? I ain't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. He was jealous because I didn't want to fuck him. They will still point the finger at him, another man, male. They will do that. They will point the finger regardless of what the fuck you see. Because I guarantee you somebody will say she's telling the truth, even though you see all the evidence stacked against her. You just can't make this shit up. You can't. They all do this. Definitely these Al Karens. They would definitely do some shit like that. So I got a video clip, but we're gonna read this article. I got two of them. Because she was sentenced to 41 years. She was sentenced to 41 years. 41 years. I'm dead serious though. These bitches, you can't have no partner in crime with one of these bitches. These motherfuckers will get caught up. Y'all both get caught together. Evidence stacked against both of y'all, and she's still gonna come with the victimhood.
How dare you do this to me?
It don't matter. It don't matter. So let me get this shit started. This is from 13 News. You know what? I wanted you to see their face. I ain't gonna read this one yet. I'm gonna go to this one right here. She look like, to be honest with you, look like she ready to lay some more shit to me. She ain't don't like no motherfucking victim. Again, I told y'all this victim shit. You're not a victim. You're a volunteer. You're a volunteer at best. So disgusting treats. Teacher sentenced after lacing cupcakes with her husband's sperm and feeding them to her students. Now, this was done February 15th. Now we fast forward because she pleaded guilty. She pleaded guilty. A teacher has pleaded guilty to disturbing child sex crimes. Now, they got caught up because they got charged with like 150 counts of child sex crimes. That's how she got caught up. And I believe she told, but that's what they was already getting investigated on some other shit. So the cupcake shit was later on after the fact. Now, Cynthia Perkins is 36 years old. Don't look 36 to me, but they say she's 36 years old. She look like a sick ass freak anyway, like she has sex with students, and that's why she got caught up with this shit. So Cynthia Perkins, 36, faces 41 years in prison after taking a plea deal on Monday in exchange for testifying against her now ex-husband Dennis. Let me tell you how smart these Al Karens are. See, the baby mama tears, Al Quisha, Al Wallace, these ain't gonna think like that. Somebody will have to whisper in her ear and say, divorce this nigga. Divorce him. See what she did? Before she didn't get fired. She quit her job as a teacher. She put her papers in. She filed for divorce. And now at the last minute, she agreed to testify against him and pleaded guilty. So she agreed to say, I'm guilty. So I'm guilty, but he did it. He made me do it. He coerced me. He forced me. He put a gun to my head. Bullshit. See, these motherfuckers, that's what I say. They always got an exit plan. Even when they get caught up in their shit, they got an exit plan to set you men up for failure.
How dare you do this to me?
That's all they got to do. So this is what I'm saying, man. These bitches will throw you under the bus. You can't look at them as your ride or die, your partner in crime. That shit dead. These motherfuckers will ride with you, but when you get to the die part, she gonna push you into the flames while she try to run the other way. You can't make this shit up. So, again, she did a plea deal in exchange to testify against her now ex-husband, Dennis. That's them two together when life was good, doing the fuck shit, lacing cupcakes, doing child porn and everything else. That's when they was living their best life. Here we go. He was working as a Livingston Parish Sheriff's Department deputy at the time of the arrest. I don't know what that is, but I know it's in Louisiana. I think, do y'all know what Livingston located? Let me know. I don't know. I'm thinking I believe this is in Louisiana. The Louisiana woman initially protested her innocence to 72 charges for various sex crimes. See, initially she said, "I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about."
How dare you do this to me?
There's gonna be a lot of this playing today. How dare you do this to me? Because I'm a teacher. I'm a school teacher. I wouldn't dare do nothing like that. See that shield to hide behind? New Orleans? Okay. By New Orleans? Okay. Thanks for my man to my man Ware Penguin. See, that's what I'm saying. Baton Rouge, cool. Outside of Baton Rouge. All right. So I know it's around there. So, like I said, y'all, in the beginning, it was.
How dare you do this to me?
See what I mean? Somewhere in the backwoods and shit. But you see what I'm talking about, y'all? That's like when they go in the courtroom with child support. They didn't do nothing. And they saying you up for failure, point their finger at you. Your fault, he left, and all this shit. And then they go sign with the hoe. Just like in this situation. She throwed him under the bus. But in the beginning, she initially protested her innocence to 72 charges for the various sex crimes. Yet, this week pleaded guilty to producing child pornography, second-degree rape, and mingling harmful substances. Excuse me. So y'all know what this is. The cupcakes. The cupcakes. That harmful stuff in somebody's sperm. She pleaded guilty to child pornography. So that means she was doing porn with kids. Second-degree rape. You see what I'm saying? The charge about harmful substances allegedly refers to an incident in which she used Dennis' sperm to season pastries for Westside Junior High School kids. She used his sperm to season pastries. And if she was bringing a bunch of cupcakes to that school, because usually at a school, it's what, 20, 30 students in the room, if it's public. He had to do a lot of jagging off, I tell you that. He had to do a lot of that jagging off for that one. That's a lot of motherfucking cupcakes. Now, quote, these three we thought was representative of what she had done, and by agreeing to the facts as we put them out on the record, she prepared herself to testify against Dennis Perkins. Assistant Louisiana Attorney General Barry Milligan said on Monday. Cynthia and Dennis were arrested in October 2019 and face 150 felony charges, including rape, child pornography, sexual battery of a child, and video voyeurism. What is that? I don't even know what that is. It ain't a voyage. Voyeurism. What is that? Y'all know what that means? Look that motherfucker up right quick. I don't know what the fuck that is. I ain't never heard of that. Let's find out. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what the fuck that is before I jump over that. What is that? That's a whole nother word. Let me see. Oh, she filmed people without consent. Oh, so basically, a person is guilty of voyeurism if the purpose proposed of sexually arousing and gratifying himself, he trespasses or otherwise invades the privacy of another to spy or eavesdrop. Oh, okay. Sex in public where people can potentially see you. Okay, I got it. So that's what they shit. Hidden videos. Okay. That's what they charged them with. So they were doing some undercover shit too. Shit, niggas. Let's continue. There were also charges related. Bro, look at this. There were also charges relating to a dog. Ain't that what I just said?
How dare you do this to me?
Ain't that what I just said? Probably she looked like the type that fuck. She like the type that fuck roaches, cockroaches, and ants and snakes and snails and now she's doing something with dogs, and he probably is too. There were also charges relating to a dog, bestiality. Damn. Ain't nothing wrong with swingers parties. I ain't got no problem with swinger parties now. I ain't got no problem with swinger parties. That's that group meet. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Damn, there were also charges relating to a dog, according to the Daily Star. Cynthia filed for divorce and resigned from her role at the high school after arrest. See, these bitches, see, that's what I'm saying. This bitch had a game plan. She said it. If I ever get caught, I'm going to resign from the school because I can still get my pension, which is smart. When you get caught up your shit, you quit. So you get your 401k, you get your pension if you got one. But she filed for divorce right after because that would be a good look to say, hey, I never wanted to be a part of this because he made me. He coerced me and all that shit. That's why I filed for divorce because now the police involved and they're going to help me get the fuck out of here. Yeah, see, they know. She knew. Game plan. I told you, these motherfuckers got exit plan. Why you think when you go to court, y'all will be shocked what the baby mama Terry said do? Because she already got it down a list on how she going to do X, Y, Z, how she going to stain your name, how she going to lie on you, how she going to make it look like that you was the evildoer. She didn't do nothing wrong. Only you. So, same thing. She had that shit set up. She had it planned. Step 1, file for divorce. Step 2, well, no, step 1, resign. Step 2, file for divorce. You know what I'm saying? 3, testify. Let's continue. The dog, though. She claims she was manipulated. Oh, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. She claims she was manipulated by her then husband to commit the horror crimes. WBRZ reports. See, now she was manipulated. She was manipulated. Now, listen. Now, this is why I don't take this bitch seriously at all. Anybody can be manipulated. Don't get me wrong. Cults, religion, preachers, and so on. You got motherfuckers that's manipulated off these whole ass niggas off YouTube as well. So, yeah, you could be manipulated. But here's the thing. She was not manipulated. She volunteered her services. She volunteered her services. She was not manipulated. As far as I can say, she was not manipulated. Because if you were so manipulated, how you get the mindset to file for divorce and resign and all that shit? Nah. She said she was manipulated, though. You know, he made me do it, ass nigga.
How dare you do this to me?
And the reason why, yeah, the son of Sam, yeah, she the son of Sam ass nigga. The dog told her to do it. The German Shepherd told her to put his sperm in the cupcakes and shit.
How dare you do this to me?
Yeah, this is the son of Sam ass nigga. Yeah, the dog told her to do it. But check this out. The reason why I know, in my opinion, she wasn't manipulated. She wasn't manipulated. Because the average person would have said, I was forced. He threatened me. He put a gun in my head. He told me he'll X out my family. He'll X me out and everything else. She couldn't say he forced me. So what she said was, he manipulated me. Nah. I want y'all to think here. See, I'm the dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. See, I'm the nigga that just sit on the couch. See, I'm the nigga. Now, these the niggas. These motherfuckers right here, them the dumb niggas right here. See, I'm not the dumb nigga. This is the dumb niggas. She said she was manipulated. She was better off saying that he forced her. Better off saying that he put a gun on her head. Better off saying that he threatened me. He threatened my daddy and my mama. He told me if I didn't do what he said, he was going to expose me for whatever. She said I was manipulated. That's how I know she's lying, because the average woman would have played victim and said, nah, he threatened me, forced me. I got scars on my arms and I got black eyes. I got this. I was scared. No, she was manipulated. Get the fuck out of here. Let's continue. So Dennis, he didn't quit his job. he got fired. Dennis was fired from the sheriff's department after the charge was brought. After the charge was brought. See, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't thinking about all that. See how smart these creatures are? These baby mama terrorists, these creatures, these are the devil's son-in-laws. See how smart they are? They have an exit plan even when they get caught into some fuck shit to the nastiest shit ever. They still have some type of game plan to put it on that man. Now let's continue. Cynthia was scheduled to face a trial by jury on Monday and could have faced 72 years in prison. However, 68 of the remaining charges against her were all dropped. Look. She was charged with 70, I think it was, what did it say earlier, 72? But out of the 72, all 68 of the remaining charges against her were dropped when she took that deal. You can't make this shit up. Remember what I said about the real term snitch? Snitch is when you do a crime, you get caught, and then you throw him under the bus or throw her under the bus. So you can get what? Less fucking time. A snitch is not the one who called the police on you because you got hit in the chin. See, especially if you're not that street dude. That's a snitch. Shout out to Danica Marie Dope Discussions for the $20 donation. I appreciate you. I definitely do. She said, stopping through. This seems to be very disturbing topic. Yeah, it is. It's disturbing, but it need to be talked about because these are the nastiest creature of all time. It need to be talked about. And I want people to realize that, yeah, these motherfuckers do nasty shit. Both of them should go to jail. They should both serve 100 years in jail. But one, all they got to do, one of them, all she got to do is do this.
How dare you do this to me?
And that she say that, then 68 of the remaining charges against her will be dropped. And then they give her a deal and she throw him under the bus because he is not important. She is more important. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to Danica. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to Shia V for the $1 donation. I appreciate you, my sister, as well. See, that's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers, they dropped 68 of the 72. I think it was 72 up there. We'll go back and look at it. 68 of the 72 charge was dropped when she took that deal. See, even the nigga, shake her head. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that, you go against somebody, you know what I'm saying? It gives you, less time and shit like that. But the fact of the matter is, they both was involved in it. She trying to make it like she was manipulated. She wasn't manipulating that shit. No. She was not manipulated. But let's continue because you ain't seen the video. She was given 40 years for second-degree rape and 30 years concurrent for sex crimes involving a juvenile under 13. So they was dealing with juveniles under 13, or she was dealing with a juvenile under 13. Now, mind you, they dropped 68 of them charges, and she's still giving 40 years. She only got to do what, 20 years? She only got to do half. You know what I'm saying? She 36 years old. She'll be out at almost at 56, 57 years old, and she'll still be able to whole hop and live a life to the fullest. Shout out to Grown Man Business. Subscribe to his channel. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, subscribe to Danica if you ain't already have. Subscribe to Grown Man Business. He said those black bulldaggers are going to have fun with old Karen in there. And she loves and she's going to love every minute of it. Too easy. The nigga say, she said, I'm sick as fuck. This shit real, but you gotta talk about that. Check this out. So, no parole. The sperm-laced cupcakes incident hit her with a 1-year sentence. They gave her 1 year for having laced cupcakes. 1 year. For that, they gave her 1 year. Not 5 years. Not 10 years. They gave her 1 fucking year. This dude could have had HIV. This dude could have had anything. He could have had herpes. He could have had anything. And she the one took it up there. 1 year. Let's continue. She has no possibility of parole after taking the deal. Today, oh, wait a minute, no possibility of parole. So that means she got to serve the whole thing. After taking that deal, she had no possibility of parole after taking that deal. Today, Cynthia Perkins admitted to her crimes and pleaded guilty in court. So she admitted to the shit. She didn't do no contest. She said, I plead guilty to everything I did. Because you did it, bitch. You just did it. You threw him under the bus. As y'all motherfuckers do. Attorney General Jeff Landry said she not only waived any right to appeal and attempt to avoid conviction, but she also spared the victims of reliving her horrific crimes during a particular trial. Now, she didn't do it because of the she wanted to spare the victims of the horrific crime. She wanted to go ahead and get it over with so she don't get 100 years in jail. She knew she was gonna lose. It was a lose-lose situation. So that's gone with that goof ass shit. You sound like one of the politicians. Let's continue. Conviction is in the best interest. See, here we go with that best interest of the shit. See that best interest shit. Conviction is in the best interest of our victims and justice. I tell you that best interest of the child and the interest of the victims and all that shit. Don't fall for that bullshit. They got that shit from Adolf Hitler with the best interest of the children shit, and they use it to this day. But they say ain't no such thing as white supremacy and systematic racism and all this shit. But they say conviction is the best interest of the victims and justice. But let's continue. We look forward to holding Dennis Perkins. See, this is what they looking for. We looking forward to holding Dennis Perkins accountable for his crimes in the very near future, he added. See, fuck Al Karen. See, we ain't gonna do her like that. Oh, I ain't even do that. See, they looking forward to get Dennis Perkins, the man, or the beast, whatever you want to call him. They want him. They don't want Al Karen. They don't want her. Nope. Cynthia's legal team had been attempting to have her trial moved from Livingston Parish as they argued that social media hype around the case would not guarantee an impartial trial. No matter where you go, everybody knows. All right, victims' family on deal. Yet they eventually agreed to deal. The victim's family agreed to the deal, which was also okayed by the victim's family. They feel that this serves justice and better protects their children, said Assistant Louisiana Attorney General Erica McLellan. She played a role in this, and she acknowledged that today. But she was I want y'all to take this heed to this, she was very much taken under the control of Denny Perkins. And he manipulated her and twisted her into doing a lot of things that she was not comfortable doing.
Shit.
I'm gonna read that again, y'all, because I want y'all to really understand. She didn't do nothing. Innocent. You know.
How dare you do this to me?
I'm a school teacher. Why would I do something like that? She played a role in this and she acknowledged that today. But she was very much taken under the control of Denny, not Dennis, Denny Perkins, and he manipulated her and twisted her into doing a lot of things that she was not comfortable doing. This is from Erica McLellan. See, she feels sorry for her. You know, just like everybody that was on Natasha K live, and when Jessica X spoke her piece and she 40 from the West Side, and they were speaking the truth, what they say? You going against black women? Really? You going against black women? Oh, so you condone getting beaten, all that? And all they said was, if a woman hit a man, you can expect a man to hit back. Same thing. Let's continue. Now check this out. Disgraced sheriff's lieutenant, he was a lieutenant, Dennis is facing 150 charges, many of which are sex crimes. The couple was originally to appear as co-defendants. They're supposed to be together. But that bitch said, hell no, I got an exit plan. A judge ruled in the favor of a severance last June. However, look, here we go right here. This is what I want to see. He is the real monster, said Cynthia Perkins' attorney, Paul Woody Scott. You got to watch them Woody niggas. Remember Woody Allen?
How dare you do this to me?
He's the real monster. She ain't no monster. She's a victim of circumstance. There, let's continue. That's what she wants to make clear. That's what she wants to make clear. His wife, his ex-wife, want to make clear. That's what she wants to make clear. He is the real monster, not me. I'm a victim. I didn't do shit. You know how they go.
How dare you do this to me?
Yeah, the Woody niggas, Woody Allen ass niggas. Yeah. And let's continue. She want to make that's what she want to make clear. It's not about shifting blame. It's not about shifting blame. She took responsibility. I mean, that's what she did. But she looks forward to going after the real monster. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. She said this ain't about shifting the blame. She took responsibility. How you take responsibility and all you did was make a plea deal so you don't have to get 100 years in jail. Now, at least you get 40. Like I told you, y'all want to know what the definition of a snitch is? That's the definition of a snitch. So when a motherfucker call the police because he gets smacked, stole on, jumped on, or whatever, and he's not in the street, he's not a thug, he's not about that life, that's not a snitch. Remember that, y'all. This is the true definition of a snitch. And a snitch do it to get less time. Now, Dennis' trial is set to begin Monday. See, look, this look on his face, boy. He feeling like a bitch now. How you feeling, bro?
How dare you do this to me?
That's what he gonna be saying when he get his ass gang banged in the motherfucking jail. Shit. All right, that's it. So his trial is up in May. His trial is up in May. I don't need to read the rest of the shit. Y'all saw that shit, but we'll go ahead and play the video. I gotta say, man, you can't make this shit up. I ain't do nothing. I'm a school teacher. Why would I do something like that? He made me do it. He made me do it. He forced me. Yeah, he's a cop.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
Find the details of this next story really disturbing here. A former teacher out of Livingston Parish is being investigated for bringing baked goods to a school that were contaminated with bodily fluids. This is according to our partners at WBRZ. They also say that this investigation is connected to a case.
Hey, they both look like, yeah, it is what it is. This bitch like, I got an exit plan. And you know what he looking like? We in this shit together. Bit of milk. She like, yeah, I got a plan for this. I got a plan for this shit. He like, yeah, we're gonna ride it down this motherfucker. We going out together. So he thought.
Shit.
That nigga thought wrong. Shout out to Charles Merchant for the $10 donation. He says she loves to be at the scene of the crime, then morph into a victim when the law comes. You ain't never lied, brother. Yeah, threw him under the bus, man. How dare you do this to me? But, you know, let's continue. This is going to be different news clips, some short, some not, to talk about this situation. But look at her. She's like, hell yeah, I'm going to get away with some way, or shape, or form. I might have to go to jail, but I got a chance to get out. This nigga, nah, he ain't getting out. he like, yeah, we're going to ride or die. This bitch like, yeah, I got an exit plan, bitch. I got you. Feminism at best.
Partners at WBRZ, they also say that this investigation is connected to a case involving sex with children, and it involves the two people on your screen right now. Cynthia Perkins was arrested nearly 2 weeks ago with her husband, Dennis Perkins, who, by the way, is a Livingston Parish Sheriff's deputy. The two were picked up for child pornography, rape, and obscenity. Parents were told about this investigation into the baked goods just last week, and both Cynthia and Dennis have lost their jobs since those arrests.
The most perverted and disgusting teacher and cop you will ever see in your natural life. Let's put up a mug shot. She's pleaded guilty because she's a monster. What did this teacher do? She has pleaded guilty to disturbing child.
Let's get this understanding. She did not plead guilty because she was a monster. She pleaded guilty because she didn't want to do all that fucking time, and she said the best way to do this is to throw her husband under the bus. Let's keep it real right here. She feels that she was manipulated, remember? She feels that she didn't do nothing. She feels she's just as a victim as these children and the family, you know.
How dare you do this to me?
Yeah. I don't care for him either, but he talked about it. So I don't entertain that bullshit because she did it because she was a monster. She pleaded guilty because she wanted less time. She was a snitch. Yeah, it is. But I want to talk. I want to dissect this shit too. You know what I mean? He need to fix his line though, but you know, let's continue.
Life. Let's put up a mug shot. She's pleaded guilty because she's a monster. What did this teacher do? She has pleaded guilty to disturbing child sex crimes, including lacing cupcakes with her husband's sperm, and he was down with it, by the way, before feeding them to her students. That's the husband. He's a former deputy sheriff. Cynthia Perkins, let's go back to her. Cynthia Perkins, 36 years of age, is facing 41 years in prison after taking a plea deal on Monday in exchange for testifying against her now ex-husband, Dennis Perkins. This has a long and twisted, dark history. Mr. Perkins, the deputy sheriff, was working at the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office, all right, at the time of his arrest. The Louisiana woman initially protested her innocence to 72 charges for various sex crimes, yet this week pleaded guilty to producing child pornography, second-degree rape, and mingling harmful substances. The charge about harmful substances allegedly refers to an incident in which this sick woman used her husband's sperm to season pastries for Westside Junior High School students. Listen, I know this story is a hard story to listen to. I'm highlighting this story because parents in particular, we need to always be reminded that real monsters exist in the world. These are two of them. The story gets even deeper. These three we thought were representative of what she had done, and by agreeing to the facts as we put them out on record, she prepared herself to testify against Dennis Perkins. That's according to the Assistant Louisiana Attorney General, Barry Milligan. Barry said that on Monday. Cynthia and Dennis Perkins were arrested in October 2019. They faced 150 felony charges, including rape, child pornography, sexual battery of a child, and video voyeurism. There were also charges related to a dog, according to Daily Star. So Cynthia files for divorce. So you have the wife, she files for divorce and resigned from her role as a high school teacher. They allowed her to resign rather than making an example of her. She claimed she was manipulated by her then husband to commit the horrible crimes. Oh, I'm the victim here, was her story. WBRZ reports Dennis Perkins was fired from the sheriff's department after the charges were brought. Now remember, they were under investigation, then the charges hit, and that's when they start losing and resigning from their jobs. So Cynthia Perkins was scheduled to face a trial by jury on Monday, which means the victims, these minors, which by the way are under 13 years of age, would have had to testify in the court of law. She was facing 72 years in prison. However, 68 of the remaining charges against her were dropped when she took a plea deal. She was given 40 years for second-degree rape, 30 years for concurrent, 30 years concurrent for sex crimes involving a juvenile under 13. That horrible human being will die in prison. Sperm-laced cupcakes. Incident hit her with 1 year sentence, all right? She got 1 year for that one. She has no possibility of parole after taking the deal, according to the Attorney General of the state. He said, and I quote, today, Cynthia Perkins admitted to her crimes and pled guilty in court. The AG further noted, she not only waived any right to appeal and attempt to avoid conviction, but she also spared the victims, talking about the children, from reliving her horrific crimes during this particular trial. Conviction is in the best interest of our victims and justice. We look forward to holding Dennis Perkins, the cop, accountable for his crimes in the very near future, because Dennis Perkins has pleaded not guilty. Which means if he goes to trial and his wife has already agreed to testify against him, his ex-wife, he goes to trial, those children, by law, they have to take the stand because he has a constitutional right to approach those that accuse him. Yet they eventually agreed to a deal, which was also okay.
So the husband, ex-husband, he's saying, I ain't did nothing either. He's saying that I'm going to trial. So that means the children will have to testify. So they will be in the midst of the shit. Also, his ex-wife is going to testify. And as far as I'm concerned, how the end game is going to go, he ain't getting out of that. See, how this shit happened was they was caught on child porn charge. They was investigated already, and they got caught up with that. And I believe when the Al Karen baby mama terrorist, I believe she came out and said and told them what had happened. See, and I guess she used that to say, oh, well, you know, he forced me to do it. He manipulated me and this. So they did not know nothing about that till she told or whoever told, but somebody told, but I believe it was her. Let's continue.
By the victim's family, talking about the ex-wife. They feel that this serves justice and better protects their children, said the Attorney General. If the victim's family, if they are okay with this, that's cool. You always look to that, okay? Now, let's keep it all the way 100. Routinely, individuals who are monsters and perverts against our children in particular, they seek opportunities to affix their lives around children. They also look for opportunities to have public trust so that if there's an accusation against them, people in the community would say, oh no, never that person. I mean, that's an upstanding deputy sheriff. That's an award-winning school teacher.
Isn't that how they do in family court? I wouldn't do nothing like that. I wouldn't alienate him out the picture, y'all, because, Your Honor, I'm a teacher. And then the guy, the baby daddy, say, well, I'm a deputy sheriff, and I've been a sheriff for 20 years. I served in Iraq. He gonna tell you, we don't give a fuck every other weekend. You know what I'm saying? These baby mama terrorists, what she did is no different from what these motherfuckers do in family court. Play victim. I'm a teacher. I didn't do nothing. And use that I'm a school teacher bullshit. I'm a licensed therapist bullshit. They quick say I got a degree ass bullshit. And they use that as a shield to hide behind. Because who would have thought that a teacher do something monstrous as this? You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, teachers who cared about the student. These teachers don't give a fuck about no damn student. Majority of them don't. It's a job now. It's not about helping children learn. It's about having sex with them. It's about gossiping, dressing up all sluttish and shit at the fucking school, around high school and grade school children. And you wonder why a boy want to look up your skirt and shit. I mean, you can't make that shit up. Things ain't nothing. It's not the same. I will say that nothing is not the same. It's a lot of this shit that used to be. You can't trust no teacher nowadays because teachers are even lying to student. And then the good teachers are going through it because the baby mama tears at home. You tell them the kid did wrong. She tell you, "Not my kid. He ain't did shit." And then come up to beat your ass for you reporting the shit. You can't back this shit up. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially in the black community. Ray wouldn't do no shit like that. But let's continue.
Oh no, never that person. I mean, that's an upstanding deputy sheriff. That's an award-winning school teacher. They're monsters all along. And let's be real. They have the complexion for protection. According to the narrative, they've been doing this for years and getting away with it. They're sick, and what they're getting, they don't deserve. They don't deserve the light sentencing of life in prison or to die behind bars, the way they victimize children. Now, these victims, they're gonna have to go through counseling, years of torment, years of pain. I'm hopeful that whatever comes out of this, as it relates to a settlement, as it relates to a lawsuit, that they are able to get the wraparound services they need because they were victimized by these two individuals who were paid by taxpayers. David, what are your thoughts about this case?
I'm just horrified, and you took the words, I mean, literally. My concern is, look, clearly these are monsters. Clearly these are despicable people. I hope they are locked up. I agree that this seems like a light sentence. My concern in hearing this is for the kids. I mean, what is Louisiana, which is not known for being particularly good and trying to provide counseling and trying to help victims of crime, particularly if they're minorities. I mean, what are they doing for these kids to try to help them? I mean, that's where all of the focus and the resources in Louisiana should be. Throw away the key on these.
Wait a minute. Now, I ain't never been to New Orleans. I never been to Baton Rouge. Now, notice he said the school's a minority. So if it's the school's a minority, you know, back in the day, minority meant it was for blacks. But now, minority means women, alphabets, Mexican, anything that's not white. So now, yeah, got him. So from what he just said, it seems to me that them Skeeter Cupcakes was going to minority students, meaning black, Latino, Indian, anything. But now you already know, you over there in Baton Rouge and all that, it's predominantly black. So this motherfucker was giving black children cupcakes under 13. Well, you know what? She worked at a high school. She was giving cupcakes to high school students, but she was having sex with 13-year-olds and under. You can't make this shit up. Minority.
And you took the words, I mean, literally. My concern is, look, clearly these are monsters. Clearly these are despicable people. I hope they are locked up. I agree that this seems like a light sentence. My concern in hearing this is for the kids. I mean, what is Louisiana, which is not known for being particularly good and trying to provide counseling and trying to help victims of crime, particularly if they're minorities. I mean, what are they doing for these kids to try to help them? I mean, that's where all of the focus and the resources in Louisiana should be. Throw away the key on these two jerks. But the kids, I mean, what are you doing to talk to them? How are you explaining this to them? What are you doing to make them somehow feel better? And again, I'm shocked also, just 1 year for the cupcake. I mean, can you imagine if a kid had done the reverse to a white teacher? You think that kid would have gotten away with just a year, maybe?
You got a liberal over here. No, he didn't do the Taco Max. See what I mean? Yeah, I knew it. I figured that. Yep, hate crime at its finest. But you know, they don't call it hate crime unless you say some derogatory shit to them. Yeah, I knew it. So now you got you a white supremacist Al Karen and the white supremacist Denny boy, and you let this Al Karen white supremacist throw your alpha male white supremacist ass under the bus. You cannot make this shit up. I told y'all, these white dudes are the biggest, and they are the original. Well, the original Simple Forces is Adam, but the king of Simple Forces is these white dudes, because they will make them they partner in crime, and they gonna be they ride or die, and then all of a sudden the Al Karen play the victim and throw your dumb ass under the bus. How that go?
How dare you do this to me?
And you remember I told y'all when it comes to why I say the Al Karens are the worst baby mama tears on the planet, because of the history, all the shit they caused and all the shit they have did, all the shit that they have destroyed because of them saying that bullshit. You know how that shit go? How dare you? Yes, how dare you?
How dare you do this to me?
Yep. So I'm not surprised at all. You know. Shit. Let's hear Mr. Liberal, you know, speak his piece, because I don't know who he is, but he showed opened up a can of worms, didn't he?
Throw away the key on these two jerks. But the kids, I mean, what are you doing to talk to them? How are you explaining this to them? What are you doing to make them somehow feel better? And again, I'm shocked also, just 1 year for the cupcake. I mean, can you imagine if a kid had done the reverse to a white teacher?
Yep.
You think that kid would have gotten away with just a year, maybe? No, that kid would have been sent to juvenile detention for a long time. So none of this makes much sense to me. And I just pray that that there are people who are looking after those kids.
You got to remember, David, these people are psychopaths. I mean, this is textbook definition psychopathic behavior. One was a school teacher, the other was a cop. All right? Sit on that for a minute.
Well, only on Local 33 News, a friend and former co-worker of a Livingston Parish deputy accused of child sex crimes is now painting a new picture of his ex-partner.
NBC Local 33's Abby Roger tonight with his insight into the deputy's mind and history.
Every day when he's strapped on that badge and that gun, he's thinking in his mind, I'm smarter than everybody. I've got them all fooled. And he did.
Woody Overton, a former Livingston Parish detective, polygraphist, certified expert on federal law enforcement, and longtime friend and co-worker of disgraced Deputy Dennis Perkins.
And I've worked hundreds of child rape cases. I know the people. I know the psychology behind it. I know everything. Not one thing would ever lead me to believe that he had anything to do with kids.
Overton says there is no one more shocking than Dennis Perkins to have committed these crimes.
So he's saying he's been known for a lot of years. He's saying that he didn't do it. He would not do it, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? Maybe the baby mama Tez Alcan did all this shit. Who knows? You never know with these Karens. Not the out. You never know. I told you, them motherfuckers are the mastermind of wrecking shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's why feminism run our system today. That's why the white man are the new niggas. Let's continue.
Think about how much training Denny got over the years on how the latest techniques that law enforcement is using to catch the offenders. He knows it all.
Overton says he worked alongside Perkins for years and describes Perkins as highly intelligent.
He's a master. Probably the most evil genius mind that I've dealt with.
Overton says in hindsight, Perkins' calculated intelligence matches the mindset of what he calls a preferential predator.
They'll push a little bit, try a little bit, and see if they get any kind of resistance or whatever, that they're going to stop because they're smart. Prisons are full of dumb criminals. It's hard to catch a smart one.
Overton says he is still in disbelief he didn't see it.
Things that gets me the worst is with what I know in my career and the cases that I've done. I should have seen, I feel like I should have seen something, but it wasn't there because he's smart. Every one of them, they're highly intelligent. You're not dealing with a dummy.
Overton hopes Perkins will make it easier on the children affected in this case.
I hope that he gets to hear it. And besides me saying he's dead to me, I hope that he does. I hope he can find some ounce of honor inside himself to take himself out of the situation where these kids don't have to go to court.
Abby Rocha, NBC Local 33.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
All I can do is shake my head on this one. We are starting the factor off tonight with that absolutely disgusting case in Louisiana. An ex-teacher has pleaded guilty to crimes against children, which included putting her husband's sperm in cupcakes that were given to children to eat in her classroom. Cynthia Perkins, you see her there, cut a deal that will have her testifying against her ex-husband, the man you see there, Dennis Perkins, a former Livingston Parish deputy sheriff in Louisiana, that's close to Baton Rouge. He's also charged with dozens of sex crimes, including child porn and rape. Tonight, I speak with WBRZ TV investigative reporter Chris Nakamoto in my hometown of Baton Rouge. He's one of the best in the business, and he's talking about this disturbing story. He's been following this since it broke back in 2019.
Man, I'm sure, Chris, when you saw the details of this case, you had to shake your damn head.
Well, thank you for the kind words, first of all. It was an alarming case for sure. This all started in December of 2019 when these two individuals, a deputy in Livingston Parish and his teacher wife, who was a middle school teacher, got caught by Adobe. They were photoshopping things. Adobe turned them into authorities in Louisiana, which launched an investigation. Authorities with the Attorney General's office showed up at the couple's house. They found this safe full of hard drives, computers, thumb drives, things like that. And all of it was encrypted with a software called Keep My Data Safe. And so essentially they had to come in and decode everything. And when they decoded everything, they were alarmed at what they saw. They saw child porn, they saw child rape. They also saw what appeared to be this deputy who was ejaculating on sweets that were then being served to his wife's class.
Oh, so that's what happened. So I heard somebody said earlier, said Adobe. So they was doing whatever they was doing on Adobe. And y'all dumb motherfucker, the shit saves in your software. And they saw it, they reported it. So here come the police. They go in the house, they got in the safe, they see all this shit going on. So she recorded him jacking off in the cup, or he was recording himself. But I think it's the first one. She was recording him because I told you they was partners in crime in this shit. Let's see that again. So now for everybody who asks how did they find out, is because it was on video. I thought maybe she told. Yeah, they found a video of him violating the cupcakes. Well, he put it in the glass. He was doing a lot of jacking off. He threw it in the glass and she put it in there as some type of ingredients. You can't make this shit up. Brownie, I'm gonna put it back up. She said that's why I'm considering keeping my kid at home with me. Yeah, homeschool after this COVID shit. I don't see why not. And I'm not even just saying do it because of this. I'm just saying, you get a better education if you homeschool. You really teach them about history, what's going on, and because these public schools ain't shit. Let's be real. These public schools ain't shit. Yeah, all that shit, sync your cloud. Yeah, they can see all that shit. If they want to go into it, they can just go in there if they want to. So let's hear that again. Adobe. And shout out to Adobe. Yeah, you doing a lot. You had to, man. Shit. Yeah. And Dan said, well, no. Adobe is online. That's why you should never use online software like Adobe. If you're going to do something like that, you don't use nothing like that. But I'm the dumb nigga off College Grove, though. But let's hear what he said again. I want y'all to hear it again how they got caught. Now, mind you, this teacher said she was manipulated. She was coerced and all this shit. No, she was just as involved as he was. They all was getting their kicks off this shit. Let's watch this part again. Cloud-based Adobe.
They found this safe full of a deputy in Livingston Parish, and his teacher wife, who was a middle school teacher, got caught by Adobe. They were photoshopping things. Adobe turned them into authorities in Louisiana, which launched an investigation. Authorities with the Attorney General's office showed up at the couple's house. They found this safe full of hard drives, computers, thumb drives, things like that. And all of it was encrypted with a software called Keep My Data Safe. And so essentially they had to come in and decode everything. And when they decoded everything, they were alarmed at what they saw. They saw child porn, they saw child rape. They also saw what appeared to be this deputy who was ejaculating on sweets that were then being served to his wife's class.
My God, my God. So do we know if any of the children were actual students or relatives, or were these just videos that they collected off of the internet?
So according to the court documents that we have, the kids that were served the sweets were definitely students in her class. They photoshopped apparently the kids' photos, and they had pictures of the children eating the sweets, the cupcakes that he had ejaculated on. In terms of the actual victims that were raped by these individuals, we're told that they possibly were some of their close associates or people that they knew.
My bad. What I was saying was the kids that was 13 years old and under, they knew somebody or knew that kid. They was not kidnapped. They was not met at the bus stop. They were not on the street. Nothing like that. They was connected to an associate or a friend of theirs or something, right? But notice when it came to the high school student that was eating the cupcakes, they was taking pictures, or the teacher was taking pictures of them eating it to take it back home to hubby so they could both jag off in front of the pictures. Low life, nasty ass motherfuckers. Yeah, whoever got Adobe, if y'all doing some freaky shit, and I ain't talking about no child molestation. Y'all might be doing some sex flicks and shit, and you trying to edit your profile and shit, and they watching your shit. So I would advise you to stop using Adobe. I'm just telling you. I'm talking about the grown-ups, because you got freaks in here, that do say that, film themselves, X videos, shit like that. Because you might want to edit your camera and shit like that, because y'all do porn. And matter of fact, if you baby mama Terrence on OnlyFans, just know if using Adobe to edit your shit and taking pictures of your shit, make sure it goes against certain standards, because they will get your fucking ass. Look out for y'all, because that's y'all job. Let's continue.
Wow, just mind-blowing. She's a teacher, and of course, he is a former deputy, and she's a former teacher. I think they're estranged now, right? They've divorced?
So she divorced him, and if it gives you any indication of what their plan of attack is, they immediately filed for divorce. She actually just struck a plea deal with some of the prosecutors here. So she now has to testify against him at trial, and she has agreed to do that in exchange for what some people in this area are calling a light sentence. She'll probably do about 40 years and will probably be eligible for good time, so maybe 20 years. So we'll see what happens.
What I tell you, that's what I'm saying. That's what I told you. They was partners in crime, but when it came to the crime, she said, I ain't do shit. So threw him under the bus. I'll plead guilty. I did it. But I'll testify against him. He gonna get 100 years. Matter of fact, he gonna get life without parole. And she get 40 years. She do 20. And then she'll be out at 56. And she'll be able to start all over again. You can't make this shit up, man. But let's continue.
What's really interesting about this case is these are the people that you teach your children to trust. You teach your children to trust law enforcement. You teach them to trust their teacher. And to think that they could do something as sick and twisted as this, I mean, it really just has this whole community in utter shock.
Exactly, and you're exactly right. They're supposed to be the best of us, our educators, our law enforcement officers, and they went really, really bad, just mind-blowing. Now, what's the status in his case? Where does he stand, Dennis Perkins, the former deputy?
So he is scheduled to go to trial sometime this summer. I'm told that they have some evidentiary issues that they're now trying to work through. We had exposed not long ago that a couple of hard drives that were seized out of that safe in their house are now missing. So the million-dollar question is, where are those hard drives? Did the Attorney General's office misplace it? Did the Sheriff's office misplace it? And so if that is the case, that raises questions about what is the chain of custody for some of these other pieces of evidence that were collected.
How do you misplace evidence, and let alone misplace data and videos and photos? Yeah, that sounds like some motherfucker took that shit home because they getting a kick out of it, as far as I'm concerned. Now all of a sudden they can't find. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, his buddy took care of it because, like I say, they bleed blue. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Get the fuck out of here, but whatever.
So it's a valid question that's probably going to be brought up before trial. The Attorney General's office says they don't have any missing hard drives, but there are 2 hard drives that were labeled and processed, taken in as evidence, that are now gone.
Parents there must be heartbroken when they found out about this, and especially those parents who had students in the classroom with Cynthia Perkins, the teacher.
Oh, 100%. Can you imagine getting a phone call saying, your child is photographed? We believe there's a picture of your child in the safe of their teacher with their deputy husband ejaculating on cupcakes, and we believe that your child ate it. And so if you can only imagine the shock that these parents, had to deal with, I think they identified at least 12 kids that ate those tainted cupcakes.
Wow. Just mind-blowing that this has occurred in Livingston Parish, Louisiana. He is no longer a deputy there. She is no longer a teacher. And as they say, they should both be put under the damn jail. Chris Nakamoto from WBRZ in Baton Rouge, thank you, sir, for giving us some expertise and shining light on this. This is just disgusting. Thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored tonight.
These charges to seek the maximum sentence on the law.
In your time as prosecuting, where does this case stand for you?
It's horrific. The allegations are horrific. We're not going to get into great detail. Our concern, from day one, it continues to be our concern, is to protect the privacy of these victims, to make sure to respect, what they're going through, and to not give any details that could potentially divulge the identity of those victims.
We heard one of the cases involved a dog. That's new.
Unfortunately, you're just going to have to look at the indictment. Statute, sexual abuse of animals, obviously, in addition to just being evil and wrong, it's against the law.
So Tom Cruise told the media that somebody was having sex with the dog. You can't make this shit up. A dog. Yep. Let's continue.
We kind of went into detail on the indictment itself.
Matt, we weren't able to write down every single charge. Name some of the charges. Both of them are in charge.
No, I can go through. Dennis Perkins was indicted for 5 counts of first-degree rape, 1 count attempted first-degree rape, 3 counts sexual battery of a child under the age of 13, 4 counts of video voyeurism, 1 count of mingling harmful substances, 1 count of obscenity, 1 count of possession of child pornography, 61 counts of producing child pornography, and again, 1 count of sexually abusing an animal. Cynthia Perkins, 3 counts first-degree rape, 1 count attempted first-degree rape, 4 counts sexual battery of a child under the age of 13, 1 count of making harmful substances, and 61 counts of producing child pornography.
And you guys also have arrest warrants on what's that down the road, or somebody's trying to.
So the investigation. It continues. We're dealing with a lot of evidence here. Our goal, and Jeff Landry has instructed us, and it's always been the goal of Mr. Landry, is that, look, we're going to continue to investigate this matter. We're going to continue to go through all the data, all the evidence we have, until we are satisfied that we have obtained justice for all victims in this case. We deliver justice to all perpetrators.
And some of the new charges we heard inside the courtroom, the judge is holding them without bond on those new charges as well.
Correct, because where we were in the investigation on October 23rd, 2019, the evidence we had at that time, we obviously have more evidence. And so the law says, look, if you're indicting defendants for charges that they're not in jail for, they need to be looked at for particular charges. So that was just housekeeping. I'm very confident, given the charges, they're not going to get out of jail. The next thing, they'll be arraigned, and then just like any other case, they'll be arraigned. Discovery will be provided.
Big story that we're following this morning, the former Livingston Parish lieutenant facing dozens of child sex crime charges will face a judge in just under half an hour.
Today's court proceeding is known as a Gwynn's Law hearing. It's meant to determine whether Dennis Perkins should be held without bond due to him being a potential threat should he be released. Fox 44's Courtney Williams joins us now live from the Livingston Parish Courthouse with more details. Courtney?
Hey, good morning to you guys. Well, Dennis Perkins will face the judge this morning after he's being accused of more than 60 counts of child pornography. Now, Dennis, along with his wife, Cynthia, were arrested on October 23rd, and she's also facing similar charges. Dennis Perkins is also being charged with 2 counts of first-degree rape, 2 counts of voyeurism, and 2 counts of obscenity. Perkins had been with the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office since 2002, and as a lieutenant, led its SWAT team. Now, back in 2014, Perkins was investigated for a reported inappropriate interaction with a juvenile girl, and state police say they revisited the case last week at the request of the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office and confirmed no crime was committed. Now,
So he was accused by a juvenile with inappropriate touching, but they said they didn't see no evidence he did anything wrong. Let's hear that again.
Office since 2002, and as a lieutenant, led its SWAT team. Now, back in 2014, Perkins was investigated for a reported inappropriate interaction with a juvenile girl, and state police say they revisited the case last week at the request of the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office and confirmed no crime was committed. Now, Perkins is being held on a more than $1.5 million bond, and he will face a judge this morning at 9 a.m. So that will be getting underway shortly. But of course, as we get more information on this case, we will definitely keep you updated on air, online, and on our free Be Our Proud app. But for now, reporting live here at the Livingston Parish Courthouse, Courtney Williams, Fox 44 News.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess let's just start out with kind of the reaction to today and this part being done.
Well, we're very pleased that Cynthia Perkins admitted her guilt. We feel this is a just result.
What do you I feel like everything was said in court. The letters that you guys read, the one from the best friend, can you even tell some about what it said to the public?
Well, I think what you heard today was a lot of pain in there from a lot of people, and it really goes to show you the damage that people can do with these evil acts to people who are around them, their families, their friends.
They apologized to you guys specifically as well. Y'all's response to that, the things that you guys had to see in this case.
Well, that's our job. But yeah, the pain of her family is perfectly understandable. These people have done nothing wrong.
This has been such a emotionally trying time for obviously the victims, for the families involved in this case. Now that this chapter is done, I mean, do you feel confident that justice has been served, and do you think that the sentence that she ended up taking is appropriate?
We do feel that it's appropriate. We do think justice has been done so far, and we have one more trial to go, and we're going to get justice there as well.
It seemed like there was they really tried to paint Dennis as the true monster in this case. Do you agree with how that was painted, how that picture was painted?
Well, she had culpability, and that's what she took responsibility for, and that's what she took a 40-year sentence for. But if they say that this wouldn't have happened without Dennis Perkins, I'm inclined to agree with them.
Barry, you've been doing this for a long time.
See how he twists that shit? See how he twists that shit to justify the shit? If she wasn't involved, he would have did it anyway. But what does it have to do with both of them being involved? Come on, man. Anything I told you, these out Karens, boy, they definitely know how to move. They know how to throw a motherfucker under the bus. You know what I mean? These the ones that set you for failure. And she probably blueprinted this shit. She was involved just as much as he was. He talking about I would have to decline to agree that if she wasn't around, he'd have did it anyway. Motherfucker, they both got caught. So all that he could have did on his own, she could have did on her own. So that's what I say. I don't entertain. You gotta watch these motherfuckers say, yeah, civic force. You know what I'm saying? To justify the fuckery that our system allows. Shout out to Perfect Blackness for the $5 donation. She said, now keep in mind that these are the same humans who call themselves superior. You can't make this shit up. Dude said, I'm inclined to agree. She get 40 years, get out at 20. This motherfucker get 100 years and die in prison. I get it. You get less crime, less time. You know, it worked for a lot of people. Sam DeBoer, he did it and got 2 years when he should have had 100 years. I get it, but you know, y'all do the crime, snitch, but you can't do the time. And that's what I'm saying. She could have blueprinted this whole thing. You can't trust these out Karen baby mama terrorists, not at all. They are the masterminds of record shit. I agree. That was say, but of course she had the mindset to say, yeah, if I get caught, I know what I'm gonna do. Dude didn't even quit his job to get his pension. That nigga took the fight. He got fired. You get fired, you lose all your pension. Because he just knew that it wasn't gonna happen to him. Even though he got caught up and he was being investigated, this dumbass nigga did not have the mindset to say, you know what? I'm caught up. Let me go ahead and quit. So I at least have my pension. You can't make this shit up, but I'm the dumb nigga though. I get it. Let's continue.
I mean, every case is difficult, especially for victims. What about this case? Does this one stand out for you and your team?
Yeah, it's particularly egregious behavior. I think it's shocking to everyone, and has been shocking for the last 2 years. So yeah, as far as that's concerned, it's a shocking case, and yeah, it's particularly painful to the victims, but maybe no more so than the other things that happened.
They said they really painted the picture that Cynthia wouldn't. This wasn't Cynthia before she met Denny. Was there anything that y'all saw throughout this process that would shed light on that? I mean, to agree with those statements, or was Cynthia maybe, I don't know if depraved is the right word for it, but from the very get-go?
We don't have any knowledge of really anything that happened before she was with Dennis Perkins.
Part of the plea deal that we heard about on Monday hinges on Cynthia testifying against Dennis at his trial. How much of a binding agreement was that in plea negotiations, and like what theoretically could happen if she were to choose not to plead in terms of the sentence that was handed down today?
Well, we can call her as a witness no matter what. If she were to try to contradict herself, she's now on the record admitting to all of these crimes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anything else?
Good. Okay, thanks everybody.
Okay, so.
Very good. I guess.
Well, wait, not yet. Hold on.
I guess just reaction to today.
Well, it was very emotional in there. Both sides, Cynthia's family, Cynthia gave a lot of statements. She said she was sorry. She wants everybody to know that. She apologized to everybody in the parish, everybody in the state.
How dare you do this to me?
The victim's family, her family. She showed a lot of remorse. It took a lot of courage for her to do that in front of everyone. And she looks forward to helping go after the real monster. And that's Denny Perkins.
She's looking to help go after the real monster. Okay, you can't make this shit up. Bitter milk.
How dare you do this to me?
The courage, the intestinal fortitude. Courage, motherfucker, would have been when he was doing the shit. If you say you didn't have nothing to do with it, you didn't know what was going on, courage would have been calling the police from the get-go. Courage would have been exposing him from the get-go. Courage would have been take accountability. This ain't no motherfucking courage. Again, it's a snitch. I would not be surprised if she didn't mastermind this shit either. Yeah, and yeah, that's what I was gonna tell y'all. The reason why I say she was just as much guilty and involved and supported the shit that both of them was doing. If he was manipulating her and threatening her, because notice she didn't say he threatened me. She said she was manipulated. Bullshit. If he was quote unquote manipulating her and forcing her to take them cupcakes up there to feed it to the children, she could have threw the motherfuckers in the garbage and just told him when she got home from work, I gave it to him. Or she could have threw it away, bought some more cupcakes, and brought that motherfucker in it. So by her taking it up there and giving it to the students, she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was just as much involved as he was. But of course, I told you, when it comes to these baby mama terrorists, especially these out Karens, they run the system. They can use they gift card, which is, like I just told you.
How dare you do this to me?
The victim card. And either way, and yeah, just like somebody said earlier, yeah, I bet you they did tell her, look, because she did this at the last minute, the day before she was going to trial. Look, we don't want you. You still a benefit to our society. You can still sabotage shit and throw men under the table. We need you. You are just as much important to give us our capital gain. So we offering you this victim card. We's offering you this victim card. And all you got to do is take it. Once you take it, throw them under the bus, we will give you only 40 years and you'll be out in 20. You can live your life and do what you got to do. Hell, you can make more cupcakes. Just throw him under the bus. We don't need him. He needs to be a casualty of war. And that's what she just got into a mode and said, yes, sir. Ours dudes that work for Massa.
How dare you do this to me?
She got a victim card.
There was a lot talking about how Cynthia, no one knew her to be this person before she met Denny, and that no one thought she was this person. But then she took part in these terrible things. I guess what do you say to people who have this picture of her already?
Right. Well, the people that know her the best, her family that have known her entire life, her best friends were there. They all gave a statement, and I absolutely believe them that this is not who she was. This is not the person that she was.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm very sorry for the things that she did, but this started when she met Denny Perkins.
Right. Even the family said it started with Dennis Perkins. She didn't make that choice. See, it's his fault. Yeah. Friends, it's his fault. Yep. If she would never married him, it wouldn't never happen, ass nigga. I have to say this, and I don't believe I'm saying this. But then again, it might have been the same way, because it happens most times. But I was going to say, if it was the other way around, I think it would have been a different outcome. That's just my opinion. I think if it was the other way around, I think the black woman and the black man would have been doing a hard time. What do y'all think? Because the black woman can go so far with victimhood. They go so far. Depending on the crime and depending on what's going on. So far, they go so far. They can't I don't think they'll get away with that. I'm just saying. I really think this bitch mastermind this whole motherfucking thing. I believe so, man. I put it in the ones, man. I agree. I had to go with that one, man. I usually don't do that. Yeah. If it was two black couples and this bitch and the black bitch try to go ahead and try to play this, how dare you? I'm gonna tell you how it would have went. It'd have been just like this. You only good for child support and try to get a black man killed by the police. But when it comes to this, you would have got the
How dare you do this to
the judge would have said,
shit.
Then would have been, and both of y'all would have got the, it wouldn't have went like this. Ain't no damn way a black woman would have got a year for cupcakes with sperm in it from a black man. And let the students would have been some white kids. Oh, hell nah. You probably would have got the Machine Gun Kelly. You know how that go. Where that motherfucker at? Yeah, I think we could agree on this one. You know, we could agree on this one, man. Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. You what that dude say? Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. Nah, ain't no way, no way. This baby mama tells out Karen is probably the ringleader of this shit. I told y'all the Al Karen's got histories of destroying counties, cities, little cities, and little black areas and everything else. You got history of this shit. Ain't nothing new. All they got hollers me too, and use the victim card. And it's unfortunate that a lot of our black women has fall for that bait too. But the thing is, they're gonna realize is you don't get all them perks. You get a selective. Yep, you can get a man shot up by the police. Yep, you go to put him in jail for false allegations. Yep, you get him for child support and alienation and everything else. Yeah, you got that power. But, you know, that's really about it. You would never be an Al Karen. You would never have that power. Just know that. Yeah, and now they all justifying this bullshit, talking about if she wouldn't have been with him ass nigga, this wouldn't have happened. That's what I say, man. She was with him. She condoned it. She was with it. And she was down for the cause.
Corrupted her and forced her and coerced her into doing some terrible things that she.
Look, let's say it again. He forced her, coerced her, manipulated her. He ain't forced a goddamn thing. Believe that. But let's continue.
I guess, I mean, what do you say to people
Fuck out of here.
who had this picture of her already?
Right. Well, the people that know her the best, her family that have known her entire life, her best friends were there. They all gave a statement, and I absolutely believe them that this is not who she was. This is not the person that she was. She's obviously very sorry for the things that she did, but this started when she met Denny Perkins, and he corrupted her and forced her and coerced her into doing some terrible things that she has a lot of guilt over and she has a lot of remorse for.
And I think James probably said it the best in sentencing today, that this was an aberration of her character. She really wanted to be known to.
They said this is an aberration of her character. So now she's the Black Fist. She's not Black Fist, but she's the Black Fist. She's against child rapists and shit. Now she's one of them. She support the right cause to save kids and help kids. She's a victim of circumstances. You cannot make this shit up, man. Shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. She said if she didn't plead guilty, it'll be different too. Yeah, for real. She would have got 100 years too if she wouldn't have pleaded guilty. So of course they was trying both of them for the same shit. She was charged with 72 counts. He was charged with 150. You see what I'm saying? She would have got like 100 years. She ain't stupid, and they told her, and I bet you they told her. They do it in the jail. They do it when I be seeing cases when a woman and a man get caught up. They always tell the woman, "We don't want you. We want him. Just throw him under the bus, and we got you. We'll let this thing go." And the lawyer won't say shit. Just put me in jail, and they charge her. Shout out to you, my brother. Yeah, that's why I say this system is designed to set men up for failure. I'm not taking up for this whole ass white supremacist symbol force. I ain't talking about him. What I'm telling you, this system is designed to destroy men. They would throw a man on the bus. You ain't. Who is you? You ain't. We don't want. We get you in the jail. That's what I say. If they can't get you in the child support system, they get you in the prison system. And either way, you're gonna be a slave. So that's what I'm talking about, man. So this motherfucker demon, this baby mama tells Al Karen, this motherfucker was just as involved as he is, and they looking at her as a fucking martyr. That's why I say, men, when these motherfuckers be talking about he did this and he did that, don't jump to their defense. The best you can, if it's true, the best you could do, I suggest, is call the police. But you get involved in that shit, and then the shit be a fucking lie. It's too late. You already stumped this dude. You already murdered this dude, and now you going to jail for 40 years. and she hates you because you killed him because she didn't want all that, and then she off with the next nigga, and you at the jail cell jagging off on Cupcakes. You can't make this shit up. Yeah. The only way she would have been forced if he put a gun to her head or he was beating her. None of that. She said he was manipulating her, coerced her, and motivated her to do it. The fuck out of here. Like I said, this is why I'm telling y'all men, focus on yourselves. If you're not married, you ain't in no real relationship, you live in a frigid lifestyle, focus on yourself. And even if you're married and stuff like that, you focus on yourself first because you're the leader of the house. And in order for you to keep that house straight, you definitely got to do what you got to do for you to make it happen. Because once you fall, 9 out of 10, everything else fall. So don't be no sucker. This dude was a sucker. He literally thought that he was going to get away with that shit when they went up in that crib and found all that shit in the safe, to the point where he did not quit his job because he thought that he was so high and mighty. He was so superior. He thought he was going to get off that shit. You can't make this shit up. He thought he was going to get off that shit. He thought he was Clifford Burns, y'all. He thought he was Clifford. That's what he really thought. He thought he was fucking Clifford. Where my man at? Where you at, man? Nigga thought he was Clifford Burns.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box, and I don't want people bother me anymore.
These niggas. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. I don't care what black people go through. I don't care what these baby mama tears out while the Mexican nation do. I love that. I'm glad I'm black. I love my black color. I love who I am, man. I'm sorry. Fuck you. I love being a black man. I don't care what struggles. I don't care what bullshit I go through. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm glad I'm a black man. I don't have no mindset to fuck a bird, a dog, a cockroach, and a fucking rabbit. fuck on a lemon. That ain't my thing, man. I don't do those things. Never thought about it. Fuck a fucking wabbit. Hey man, be proud of who you are. Yeah, American Pie ass niggas. Damn, I would rather go through the struggles, the heartaches, the pain, and all that shit than be fuck with dogs and shit. Fuck you. Be black and proud, y'all. Oh shit, this is some sick ass, sad ass shit. Be black and proud, y'all. For those who black, be proud. American Pie. Yeah, be proud, y'all. Don't hate your skin tone. Please. Don't be proud. Leave nothing else. Be proud of that. Let's continue, man. As they turn around and they justifying this bullshit.
All gave a statement, and I absolutely believe them. This is not who she was. This is not the person that she was. She's obviously very sorry for the things that she did, but this started when she met Dave Perkins, and he corrupted her and forced her and coerced her into doing some terrible things that she has a lot of guilt.
Hey, my man said leave Jeremy Shepard alone, fellas. All types. Dog fucker.
She has a lot of force.
I think James probably said it best in sentencing today that this was an aberration for character. She really wanted to be known to everyone that she is sorry, and she looks forward to working with the state to put away Danny Perkins.
One of the conditions of the plea deal that y'all reached on they laid it out was that Cynthia will testify against Dennis in his upcoming trial. Is the sentence that was handed down today entirely contingent on her doing that, or could it change?
No, it's not contingent on that.
Hey, I don't know what Kevin Samuels got to do with this situation, but he don't need to correct me on a motherfucking thing. Matter of fact, Kevin Samuels in his lane doing what the fuck he do, and I'm in my lane doing what the fuck I do. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. You don't like what I got going on, just going about your business, telling me peace, unsubscribe, I'll holler at you later, I ain't coming back. I don't give no fuck about that. I don't know what the fuck Kevin Samuels got to do with two white motherfuckers molesting kids and putting sperm in cupcakes. I don't, but you know what? Then again, maybe Kevin Samuels might do have something to do with this. I don't know. But you mentioned his name over here. I'm gonna tell you like I always tell everybody else.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So I don't know what you trying to insinuate with Kevin Samuels and sperm and cupcakes. So is you telling me something I don't know? Because I mean, maybe it's something I don't know that you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So you tell me, because that sound kind of sus with that one, man. So don't be starting no shit now. Shit. Go holler at him and tell him, come watch this and see, do he have some comparison with the motherfucker. That's what you do. So, but you telling me you gone peace and all that shit. See, that's the thing. Y'all motherfuckers, cape and dick ride motherfuckers, do that over there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you're talking about, but they ain't it over here, fam. Fuck what you talking about. Let's continue.
She has agreed as part of.
Ain't gonna join the panel.
She's going to testify, and she wants to testify. She wants to get that story out, and so she's looking forward to it. She's looking forward to helping bring justice for this community to Denny Perkins.
Anything else?
We heard it, and just because we weren't able to have cameras in there, but we heard that Denny was the one that led to this. What exactly did he do that in your opinion that led for this to happen?
Well, he met her at a very weak and vulnerable point in her life. She had just gotten divorced from her husband of 15 years. He showered her with affection, and she initially became infatuated with him, and then through isolation and fear, he controlled her. And that relationship quickly spiraled to that point.
So now he's saying that he controlled her and forced her, and then it spiraled to her doing all these things. Now, this dude again, I have to say it again. I wish Kevin Samuels can see this and hopefully correct you. Peace. See, I told y'all these motherfuckers worship sky daddies. See, I told y'all these motherfuckers go along, ride along. And at first I'm like, what the fuck Kevin Samuels got to do with some shit like this? He don't talk about no couples or no child porn and all that stuff. He don't talk about cupcakes and some sick shit that motherfuckers do. So that made me question what the fuck he talking about. Maybe it's something I don't know. But you see, to me, that comment right there is no different from that dude New Breed talking about some talk to the creator. So I guess Kevin Samuels is my creator. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't need Kevin Samuels talking me about a motherfucking thing. And ain't no diss and disrespect to the dude because he doing his own thing, he in his own lane. And I don't agree with every fucking thing he do. But he doing what he do. Don't miss that motherfucker on my platform. Kevin Samuels to come talk to me and correct me for what? What? I need to take this shirt on and put a suit on? What? What? I need to take my hat off and put some shades on? What? Is that what I need to do? See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I don't fuck with the majority of you hoe ass niggas. Because y'all hoe ass niggas follow some motherfucking train ride just because y'all see subs and some dollar amount. See, they like I said, these motherfuckers ain't gonna talk about no motherfucking truth. What the fuck? So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck Kevin Samuels had to do with this shit. He didn't have nothing to do with this shit. But a motherfucker came and brought his name to this motherfucker. And like I said, no different from the motherfucker talking about some talk to the creator. Well, Kevin Samuels ain't my motherfucking creator. I have no beef. I have no issues with him or anybody else. But he ain't none of my creators. That's y'all motherfucker creator. And if that's who y'all worship, if that's who y'all ride a sling for, then do it over there. But when you come over here, don't miss this motherfucking name. But I really want to know what the fuck two motherfuckers messing with kids and making motherfucking milkshakes off cupcakes got to do with Kevin Samuels. That's what I really want to know, because that sounds so suspect to me. Because I wouldn't want nobody mentioning my name going over to Danika's channel and she talking about some pedophile, and then talking about some pedophile. They talking about, oh, you need help. Talk to Mr. Palmer. Nah, don't mention my name on no shit like that. Nah. So it seemed like I'm doing something wrong over here. Like somebody condoning some fuck shit like this. So that's what I'm saying. What the fuck you mean? So I'm just saying. But at the same time, if you want to speak your piece, you more than welcome come on my live, but I know you're not. But don't mention that Nick. Don't mention his name over here. Especially some fuck shit like that. Fuck you talking about? Nigga said, I wish Kevin Samuels would come see this so he can talk to me. Nigga, I don't holler Godfather. Shit. What I'm doing, I'm sitting on the couch, bro. That's what I'm doing. You want to come on here and talk to me, bro? Instead of tightening the thing, you talking about Dr. Samuels. So now he Dr. Samuels. I didn't know he had a doctorate degree. I didn't know he had a PhD. I didn't know he was a licensed doctor. I didn't know he was licensed to deal with patients. So you say Dr. Samuels, I can mention Dr. Samuels as much as I want. The brother changing lives. What are you doing? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not here to change your life. So like I said, you want to come on here? I'll put the link here for you to talk. And let's see what you're talking about. Because again, I'm going to tell you, I don't understand what two pedophiles got to do with Kevin Samuels. You telling us something that we don't know? So here go the link right here, bro. This is what I want to know. What I talk about two motherfucking pedophiles got to do with Kevin Samuels? So I want to know. Click the link and tell me what you're talking about. Like I said, if that's your sky daddy, your saver, that's fine. But you talking about, like, I ain't no doctor. But you say he a doctor now. I didn't know he had a PhD. I didn't know he was licensed to treat patients. I didn't know he was certified. So you tell me who the doctor. I don't know about doctor. I don't know about no Dr. Samuels. No, I ain't blocking that goof ass nigga. Because I want this to stay on here because motherfuckers mention his name like what that's supposed to do. I'm supposed to shut my YouTube off. I'm not even part of the Black Manosphere. So what the fuck? That's why I don't understand. I ain't never told y'all, hey, don't PhD in YouTube. Oh, okay. I ain't never told y'all don't watch him. You watch him if you want to. I ain't never told y'all don't watch nobody. But you come over here on my side talking about, well, I hope Kevin Samuels can change you. If me and Kevin Samuels have a talk when it comes to child support and when it comes to this unjust system, he ain't gonna win that one. And that's a fact. So he can talk about the black community, he could talk about, the history, shit like that. Yeah, he'll get me on that. But if we have a discussion on what I talk about as far as child support, ain't no motherfucker on here gonna have that. No one. Not in this space. Nah. So I don't know again. I don't know what Dr. Samuels or Kevin Samuels got to do with this situation of two piece of shit ass adults molesting animals and children. And you know what, y'all? This is why a lot of beef be continuing the Black Manosphere, because you got fuck niggas in the chat or that try to cause conflict and bullshit. This is why. And what got me though, now I'm talking, I'm speaking my piece about this shit. You think this motherfucker would have went on and blocked the page and move on? Nah, you talking about he could talk a bitch and Dr. Samuels all he want. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I don't fuck with you hoe ass niggas. That's what I'm saying. You talking about I'm changing lives, but you watching this same nigga over here that ain't changing no lives. You over here watching my channel and I'm not changing lives, and you over here still watching the motherfucker. You can't make this shit up. That's why I don't take you seriously. This nigga over here watching my shit and I ain't changing lives. and you came over here watching this motherfucker for an hour, almost 2 hours, and you talking about some Kevin Samuels, then you went to Dr. Kevin Samuels, and they talking about changing me. Nigga, that's what I'm saying. Y'all some goofy. That's one of the reasons why the black manosphere is fucked up, because y'all hoe ass motherfuckers that come in people's comments, mention the motherfucker's name, try and kick some shit off. You ain't trying to help me out, bro. You said peace the first time. Just go on about your business. Just go on about your business. If you ain't gonna come on here and speak your piece of what you talking about, you just gonna come on here and comment. You said peace a long time ago. Just go. I ain't asking for Kevin's help. So go. If you ain't gonna come my live, then don't talk in this chat no more. If you ain't gonna come here and holler at me and tell me as a man, what did I do or what did he need to do to improve me, then don't talk in my comments. Because I don't need to talk to somebody that's not gonna be a man and talk to me as a man and say what he need or what he could do to improve me. That's what I'm saying. As a man, if you ain't gonna come up here and tell me what he can do to improve me, then ain't no sense in coming here talking about what Dr. Sam is gonna do for me or what he should do for me. Because that's what men do. If you was a female, I wouldn't even say nothing to your ass, because I don't take them serious. But since you're supposed to be a man, you need to come holler at me. The link is already in here. So if you ain't gonna do that, I don't take you seriously at all. But I will holler at you and tell you I don't take your bitch ass seriously at all. How do you come up? Here go the link right here, bro. I put the link in there earlier, bro. And I hope you don't come with some goof ass shit. I hope you don't come with no goof ass shit. It's right there. Shout out to Bella for the $4.99. Said, I'm so confused. Why would a guy in the chat bring up Kevin Samuels? Man, they do it in everybody else's channels. They do it in everybody else's channel. They do it all the time. Mention his name, and then they wonder why he got issues going on. Hey, I just put the link in there, bro. He gonna link right here, man. Tell me how Kevin Samuels is gonna change me. Where you at? Yeah, I'm in Chicago. Email me if you want to meet then. BabyMamaTaz@gmail.com. Email me, say Jonathan Baker. We can meet up if that's what you want to do. I ain't got no problem with that. And you tell me about Kevin Samuels, that's what you want to talk about. But the link is still in the chat. So the link is still in the chat. So is you coming up or what? Shout out to Chris for the $2 donation. He say he's trolling. Mr. Palmer, please continue. All right. What up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Shit, I'm chilling, man.
What's wrong with these hoe ass niggas, man?
Man, shit, I don't know. But mentioning Kevin Samuels to me, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to do. Make me get all shaky and shit and cut off a computer and shit. I don't know. You tell me.
That don't. What the fuck is what they got to do with anything? He's on a total. What you do and what he do is two different things, bro.
Hey, that's what I thought.
What the fuck is wrong with these dudes, man?
I don't know. I ain't worried, but like I said, you want to holler at me, email me then.
How you doing, bro?
Shit, I'm good, man. I'm just talking about these two motherfuckers.
I'm gonna hit you back, bro. I want to come on your show, man. My story's fucked up, bro. It's really, but it's gonna be some good content for you, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah, my story goes on and on and on and still going. Shit.
Man, I feel you, man. All right, we'll definitely talk.
All right. Thanks, bro.
All right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play the rest of this shit. Then I'm gonna open up the panel if anybody else is gonna come up.
Anything else?
We heard it, and just because we weren't able to have cameras in there, but we heard that Denny was the one that led to this. What exactly did he do that in your opinion that led for this to happen?
Well, he met her at a very weak and vulnerable point in her life. She had just gotten divorced from her husband of 15 years. He showered her with affection, and she initially became infatuated with him, and then through isolation and fear, he controlled her. And that relationship quickly spiraled to that point. And I'm talking about within months it got to that point. And so all of these acts occurred during that control phase of their relationship.
Anything else?
Nothing further. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Livingston Parish teacher Cynthia Perkins accepting a plea deal today from prosecutors in exchange.
Want to give a shout out to the Bill for the $5 donation. They said, what the fuck Kevin Samuels got to do with this? Are they high value perverts? Man, I don't know. I say I don't know what Kevin got to do with this situation with two motherfuckers having sex with dogs and kids and cupcakes. I don't know. That's why I wanted to know. I want to know what the fuck he got to do with this. Shit. That's what I want to know. Let's continue.
Exchange for testifying against her estranged husband, Dennis Perkins.
And our Ariel Salk was at the courthouse when Cynthia pled guilty to multiple sex crimes. Ariel, it sounds like this plea deal caught everyone off by surprise.
That's absolutely correct. We were really prepared for at least a 2-week trial, but at the last minute, there was a plea deal that spared the victims the trauma of going into court. While Perkins accepts guilt, she will spend the next 4 decades behind bars.
41 years is a long time.
Former Livingston Parish school teacher Cynthia Perkins accepting a last-minute plea deal from prosecutors.
And we feel and we side with her when she says this was the best decision she could make at this time.
Perkins pleading guilty for multiple charges, including producing child pornography and second-degree rape.
Enabled the family of the juvenile victim to get justice without having to go through the torment of a 2-week-long trial.
Perkins was facing 72 charges of various sex crimes. By taking this plea, she agrees to testify against her husband and former deputy Dennis Perkins. She has since filed for divorce.
These 3 we felt were representative of what she had done, and by agreeing to the facts as we put them out on the record, she prepared herself to testify against Dennis Perkins.
He is facing 150 charges, many of which are sex crimes.
He is the real monster. That's what she wants to make clear. It's not about shifting blame. She took responsibility today. I mean, that's what she did, but she looks forward to going after the real monster.
The Attorney General's office got the blessing from the victim's family before offering the deal.
They feel that this serves justice and better protects their children.
She played a role in this and she acknowledged that today. But she was very much taken under the control of Denny Perkins, and he manipulated her and twisted her into doing a lot of things that she was not comfortable doing.
So she was a victim in this situation. He was a sheriff when he was doing all this. He got fired. That's why he's an ex-police officer. She quit her job as a teacher, and now they saying she was a victim. She was coerced. She was manipulated. What kind of shit is that? How is she manipulated when she was right there in the middle doing the same shit he was doing? Shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He says, 2 more for your troubles. Peace. Appreciate you, my brother. Let's continue.
The sentencing is this Friday. Dennis Perkins will have his day in court May 17th. Ariel Salk, NBC Local 33 News.
He is the real monster. That's what she wants to make clear. It's not about shifting blame. She took responsibility today. I mean, that's what she did, but she looks forward to going after the real monster.
Cynthia made and followed our recommendation, and it was her decision as well to decide to take this plea.
So at the end of the day, she does admit she had some part to play in this.
Absolutely. And she's accepted her responsibility in this.
Those are the words that are used by Cynthia Perkins's attorney. So what happened today? Well, right before trial, we were expected to start jury selection around 1 o'clock. That is after 2 motions would have been heard. But before we could get to all of that, a 10-minute recess turned into nearly an hour-and-a-half break. And that all ended with Cynthia Perkins accepting a plea deal. The state does want to say that they are not the ones who initiated this plea deal. So at the end of the day, Cynthia Perkins will be walking away with 41 years. And I have all of this on unfilteredwithkieran.com as far as the breakdown. But she was initially charged with 72 counts. So today she pleaded guilty to 3 different counts. One of those is second-degree rape. For that, she will be getting 40 years without the benefit of parole. Running concurrently to that would be the charge for possession of pornography with a child under the age of 13, 30 years for that one. Again, those two would be running concurrently. If you don't know what that means that they are running at the exact same time. So 40 years. Now, for the mingling of harmful substance, that one is 1 year. That actually does have the benefit of parole. So a total of 41 years. However, sentencing will still determine the exact time frame. So again, motions were supposed to be heard today for a change of venue, that they would not be able to seat a fair and impartial jury in Livingston Parish, and then also that some new evidence had come to light. These were motions that were filed last week. They were supposed to be heard today. But again, before we could get to that, both sides, the Attorney General's office, who is the lead prosecuting agency on this case, as well as Cynthia Perkins's attorney, came to a plea deal. Now, one of the most important things is that the state says that Cynthia Perkins will have to testify in the case against her now ex-husband, Dennis Perkins. And that is if she is needed, of course. But speaking to the attorneys outside on both sides, they say that probably will seal the deal for Dennis Perkins's case.
Her willingness to testify against Dennis Perkins was a big consideration for us being willing to do this deal.
Was it a question in y'all's mind up until that deal was struck that she would testify, or was there some uncertainty there?
Certainly, yeah. We wouldn't have anticipated that she'd be willing to testify at all unless she were offered some consideration for that. Well, today Cynthia Perkins pled guilty to 3 very serious felony charges. So that enabled the family of the juvenile victim to get justice without having to go through the torment of a 2-week-long trial.
She was originally facing 72 charges, correct?
She was.
So why these 3?
These 3 we felt were representative of what she had done, and by agreeing to the facts as we put them out on the record, she prepared herself to testify against Dennis Perkins.
The victims and the victims' families gave you the blessing for this plea. What does those discussions look like?
Primarily, the focus was not having to place everything out in the open in the trial, the benefit of no appeal, and the benefit of knowing that 40 years is life for a regular person, but it's a really long time in prison. And they feel that this serves justice and better protects their children.
How much of this, of sparing the victims in this case, how much did that play into just go ahead and getting a plea here?
I think everything was taken into consideration. Just as he said, there was a lot of discussion with our legal team, Cynthia's family. Everything was taken into consideration.
And we really weighed all the factors that were involved in this, and that was certainly one of them. Was the families that were involved in this, and the public coming in and listening to all of this evidence. That was part of it, but a major part of it too was making sure that she would still have an opportunity to tell her side of the story and what happened, and be a part of bringing Denny to justice.
Can you give us what is her side of the story?
Well, she looks forward to telling that, but it's very much that she played a role in this, and she acknowledged that today. But she was very much taken under the control of Denny Perkins, and he manipulated her and twisted her into doing a lot of things that she was not comfortable doing, and that's really what she wants to talk about.
Does Cynthia have anything to say to the victims' families?
She just has a lot of remorse for the people that are involved in this case.
Now, if you remember, Melanie Curtin chose to go to trial, and a jury found her guilty of first-degree rape. That does carry a mandatory life in prison sentence. Her sentencing is actually scheduled for February the 17th. I should say it was scheduled for February the 17th of this week. However, some motions that were filed last week, they are wanting a new trial. So you have to get through all the motions before you can sentence. So now a motions hearing will be on March the 10th. Again, Melanie Curtin is wanting a new trial. So that motion has to be heard on March the 10th. And then, depending on what happens with that motion, the sentencing would happen. Again, first-degree rapes carries a mandatory life in prison. So technically it's more of a formality with the sentencing, but you do have to get through all the motions and acquittals and whatnot before you can sentence her. So Melanie Curtin sentenced to pretty much life in prison as of now. And you have Cynthia Perkins, who is walking away with 41 years after accepting a plea deal against her husband, Dennis Perkins, that she will testify against him in court. His trial is set to begin May the 7th of 2022. With Unfiltered with Karen, I'm Karen Chawla. If you like my work, continue to subscribe to YouTube's Unfiltered with Karen, and thanks for watching.
Teacher sentenced after lacing cupcakes with her husband's sperm and feeding them to her students. A teacher has pleaded guilty to disturbing child sex crimes, including lacing cupcakes fed to her students with her husband's sperm. Cynthia Perkins, 36, faces 41 years in prison after taking a plea deal on Monday in exchange for testifying against her now ex-husband, Dennis. He was working as a Livingston Parish Sheriff's deputy at the time of his arrest. The Laguna woman initially protested her innocence to 72 charges for various sex crimes. Yet this week pleaded guilty to producing child pornography, second-degree rape, and mingling harmful substances. The charge about harmful substances allegedly refers to an incident in which she used Dennis's sperm to season pastries for Westside Junior High School's kids. These three, we thought, was representative of what she had done, and by agreeing to the facts as we put them out on the record, she prepared herself to testify against Dennis Perkins, Assistant Laguna Attorney General Barry Milligan said on Monday. Cynthia and Dennis were arrested in October 2019 and faced 150 felony charges including rape, child pornography, sexual battery of a child, and video voyeurism. There were also charges relating to a dog, according to the Daily Star. Cynthia filed for divorce and resigned from her role at the high school after the arrest. She claimed she was manipulated by her then-husband to commit the horror crimes, WBRZ reports. Dennis was fired from the sheriff's department after the charges were brought. Cynthia was scheduled to face a trial by jury on Monday and could have faced 72 years in prison. However, 68 of the remaining charges against her were dropped.
Hey, I don't know what he put different things in here. I don't know what they had nothing to do with it. They didn't say nothing about them. I think that's just something he added to the video, whoever the dude is. So I don't take that serious. I don't know what they got to do with it. So disregard them. Because they didn't say nothing about no two black people.
When she took the deal, she was given 40 years for second-degree rape and 30 years concurrent for sex crimes involving a juvenile under 13. The sperm-laced cupcakes incident hit her with a 1-year sentence. She has no possibility of parole after taking the deal. Today, Cynthia Perkins admitted to her crimes and plead guilty in court, Attorney General Jeff Landry said. She not only waived any right to appeal and attempt to avoid conviction, but she also spared the victims from reliving her horrific crimes during this particular trial. Conviction is in the best interest of our victims and justice. We look forward to holding Dennis Perkins accountable for his crimes in the very near future, he added. Cynthia's legal team had been attempting to have her trial moved from Livingston Parish as they argued that the social media hype around the case could not guarantee an impartial trial. Yet they eventually agreed to a deal which was also okayed by the victim's family. They feel that this serves justice and better protects their children, said Assistant Lieutenant Attorney General Erica McClellan. She played a role in this, and she acknowledged that today, but she was very much taken under the control of Denny Perkins, and he manipulated her and twisted her into doing a lot of things that she was not comfortable doing. Disgraced Sheriff's Lieutenant Dennis is facing 150 charges, many of which are sex crimes. The couple was originally to appear as co-defendants. A judge ruled in favor of a severance last June, however. He is the real monster, said Cynthia Perkins' attorney, Paul Woody Scott. That's what she wants to make clear. It's not about shifting blame. She took responsibility today. I mean, that's what she did, but she looks forward going after the real monster. Dennis's trial is set to begin in May. Do you have a story for the US Sun team? Email us at exclusive@thesun.com.
My bad. What I was saying was, what you see here in this situation, you have two individuals that did the same crime, child porn. They did grape, and one was feeding the students cupcakes with sperm in it. And yet, she able to throw him under the bus, and she get 40 years, and she get out in 20 years. He gonna do 150 years. He gonna do life. Might get the death penalty. Who knows? And she's looked at as a martyr. She's looked at as a god. She's looked at as a queen. She's looked at as a courageous savior to help children and families of humanity. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up, man. You cannot make this shit up. She plotted that shit because as soon as that shit hit the fan, she quit her job. She filed for divorce and played victim ever since. You know, that good old.
How dare you do this to me?
So anybody want to holler at me, links right here. Come holler at me. Well, tell me what y'all think about this. See, people ain't gonna talk about shit like this. So yeah, they both a piece of shit. They both wrong, but look who's able to still get out and get it to the finish line. These Al Karens, I'm telling you, the worst baby mama terrorists on the planet. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, the way this shit was twisted around, she probably blueprinted this whole scenario. He took it and ran with it, thought they was ride or die, and she set him up for failure, and she'll be out, she'll be winning, reaching the finish line in 20 years. You can't make this shit up.
How dare you do this to me?
Yeah. So the links here, man. I'm gonna stay on another 20 minutes. Don't get out of here. Oh, well, they gonna do business. Hold on. Do business. You there?
What's good, fam? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Oh yeah, man. Man, thanks for having me on, man. Another sad story, huh? Or another sick story, right?
No, it's sick. Yeah, it's sad, but it's definitely sick, man.
Well, let's break this down, because and first of all, before I speak, please don't go meet that dude, bro. I understand how dudes be, kind of messing with people on the internet. Don't even pay that no attention. It's just a distraction.
Well, I wouldn't even talking about me trying to fight or nothing. But I feel what you're saying. I ain't on that. That's done.
Yeah, don't even pay that no attention. That's a distraction, and it ain't nothing but the devil. But what I wanted to kick to you is that one of the things, sometimes a lot of us ask ourselves, how come the law or the cops or the police or the government just can't eliminate crime, period, or eliminate evil? It's kind of impossible for them to do that. And I say that because it's a choice. Because if they did that, that would be taking away everybody's freedom. So they have to allow people to be who they are to catch the monster. You see what I'm saying? So places like Louisiana, and I'm just keeping it 100. You know, when you travel all over the United States and you go through certain places and you talk to certain people, you can feel certain things. In the state of Louisiana, a lot of those people down there in certain parts are very wicked. I'm talking about wicked to the core. Mississippi, Texas, the whole South period, the whole nation period, but certain states like Louisiana, Arizona, Iowa, you know, a lot of places that people don't really talk about like that, man, it'd be some of the most craziest stuff happening that you can ever imagine. Everything don't make the news. Everything don't make CNN television. It's just that bad. So they sitting up here talking about he made her do this.
Yeah, right.
This you see what I'm saying? This is this white privilege crap. You telling me she's a teacher now? She's
Right.
teaching students, so she don't have a brain to think for herself.
Right. Supposed to be licensed and
You see what I'm saying?
certified, right?
It just
Licensed
oh my
and
God.
certified, right?
Right. Public service assistant. No different than a cop. No different than a cop or a firefighter. It's all, you know, doing service to the public. You see what I'm saying? And they sitting up there standing on the news trying to defend this woman, talking about we're going to catch the real monster and all of this kind of stuff. And they married. They're in a relationship together. You see what I'm saying? And they're still trying to make excuses for her.
Right.
So you're talking about 40 years. I bet you they give that dude the death penalty.
Yeah, if not that,
You
he's gonna
see?
get life in prison.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was telling you last time about that the lady, the Gucci lady. The same thing. She conspired to have her husband killed, and they still did not give her the lethal injection or lock her up in prison for life. She's out right now.
Yeah,
But they always focus on the man.
Women get less time than men.
All the time, bro.
When female teachers have sex with students, they get less time. When men do it, male teachers do it, they get like 50 years life. It's definitely gender bias in our system, not just child support.
And then you're destroyed for life, especially as a man. Once people find out that you did something like that, you're done. With the females, you know, they can just come out and change their identity, cut their hair, you know, gain some weight, lose weight, whatever. And nobody cares. And this is the kind of place we live in, man. You can't make this stuff up, man.
You can't, man. That's what I'm saying, man. This what I'm saying, how bad it is with this system and how deaf it is when it comes to man and woman, especially these Al Karens. Because, like I said, she was able to throw him on the bus, get less time, and look like a fucking hero at the same time. You can't make this shit up.
I'm talking about white privilege to the core, man, and I ain't even with that racist stuff, but it's true, man. White people, they feel like some of these white people feel like they can just do anything they want to do and get away with it. Just like the dude, the subway dude. You remember the subway dude that was molesting children?
Yeah.
He was on TV and all that. This dude was so sick, he straight up told the people on TV where he was getting interrogated. And he straight up he said, it's always easy to get to a child because they're very easy to manipulate. He said, all you got to do is just keep going at them and keep trying, and then they're going to break. And it's like, y'all, and then his lawyer was still trying to say, oh, he's sorry. He knows what he's did, and he's sorry for that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't y'all just put a hole in this nigga head, bro? But if it was a black man, oh yeah, we done. They may take a nigga out there and hang a nigga in the street for everybody to see in 2022. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They may do some crazy shit to us, but with these white dudes, they can just do anything they want to do and get away with it. Whether they commit suicide or whether they go up in some place and shoot up the place or blow up the building, they still gonna have sympathy for them. He just had a mental disorder. It's one of the dumbest boy.
I was gonna say that's what they do in family court. She a victim. Don't you see she trying to survive and shit? Why you want full custody?
Right.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you, bro, man. This shit is real, man. Something to think about. Something really to think about.
Man, you be hitting it hard, man. That's why I got a lot of love and respect for you, because it's like real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cats, man, to be, you know, around me, you could just tell some of these dudes is out of control, man. You know, just like the show you did, I don't know if it was yesterday or the other day, when some dude was on a panel talking about if a female hit him, he just gonna take it.
Yeah. A couple of, you know,
You see?
Yeah.
You can't make this the people crazy, bro. You can't help them. It ain't nothing you can do for them. All you can do is just keep bringing awareness. So I mean, Mr. Palmer, man, don't let nobody stop you from your calling. You see what I'm saying? And I know you're not. I just have to tell you that.
I would say, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate
we got your back, big dog. Oh yeah, we got you, my nigga. You know, we got you. But I mean, is somebody else gonna hop on? Because I mean, I ain't trying to take up too much of your time.
Oh yeah, Kareem, he in the back. I'm just doing one-on-one, and I'm getting out of here.
Hey man, shout out to you, man, and everybody. Stay safe, man, and say one love.
One love. You be safe too, brother. What up, bro?
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, man. Great show as always, man. I'm like, so listening to this case, right, bro? What it seems like to me, right, is they said they gave her a plea bargain, right? And she has to testify against her husband, right?
Ex-husband now.
Ex-husband. So what it seems like to me is they need her to testify because what they have won't stick. That's
True.
what it seems like.
True.
So, because that's why I was asking you prior to this. I'm like, how did they figure this out? So, because somebody doing it had to be somebody close.
Well, they said Adobe. They was doing some Photoshop, and they don't people who use Photoshop, they get the record is there. And Adobe reported them. So the sheriff came out to the house, whatever picture it was that made them call the police. They went out there and they went in there and saw a safe. And then they went in there and saw files, pictures, computers. That's when they saw, and they put 2 and 2 together with the cupcakes and the semen, because they videotaped it at home when he was using the cup and doing the shit. They filmed everything. They did a reality show.
Okay, so they have that already. All right, so they have the physical evidence. Yeah,
They had a physical.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, but so all right, so okay, but I'm like, bro, it just shows, like we said before, bro, women get less time than men. So bro, this is another instance of the system saving women from a bad choice. That's all this shit is. Now she got saved and he won't get saved. I agree, Charles. Neither party should have been granted a plea.
I agree, neither.
But of course, they gotta save the women.
What's your take on that? They looking at her, her lawyer, of course, her lawyer gonna say it because that's his job. But the prosecutor, DA, and all them talking about, yeah, she had courage and she's a honorable woman. She's taking her guilty as a queen should.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You gotta remember, some of these lawyers run for public positions, or they may be planning to in the future. So who knows what they have up the sleeve? People say anything, bro. Remember months back when you did the case of the girl that was from Jersey that was found in Harlem, and her mother was abusing her at home?
Oh yeah.
Look at all the shit they did, bro. And that was prior to the election. It was right before the local elections, bro. So I know you remember that. So
yeah. She was even trying to blame the white police for not doing their job to find it. She come to find out she was beaten and abused, and she ran away.
Yeah, and you see how they did it. We care about children and human trafficking. No, you don't. You're just saying that to say it because you're elected officials. So I just realized, bro, people just when they get on the news, they just say whatever sounds right.
You're right. Whatever.
because they have to do it because this is a case that infuriates people, bro. This type of case pisses people off. So you know they got to do damage control, man. You know, so I honestly believe the families wanted them. They probably wanted her to get more time because she was a teacher. You
Right.
know, so I don't believe that the families were happy with that plea deal. I believe that's a lie. They just told them this is what we giving her. And y'all better live with it.
And I have heard cases where they say, look, regardless of whether you like it or not, this is what we're gonna do.
Yes, exactly. So I don't think the family. I know the families would rather her get a life sentence or 100 something years as well. You know, but again, bro, this is another instance in which a woman is being saved for her poor decisions and her actions. This is what they do. We save women, bro. So again, I'm gonna go on one of my usual rants. When this society falls, blame yourselves. Saving bitches and all of that shit, being soft men, no backbone. When it crumbles, blame yourselves. All you capers, blame yourselves. Hey, bro. You know, and you know,
Truthfully, brother.
hopefully the families could get some civil money. I think that's gonna come next. You know, the parents will probably do
Yeah,
a
I know they're gonna
class
sue the
action.
school. They're gonna sue the school. Yeah, I know
Yes.
they're gonna sue the school. I don't know who else they could sue, but I know they could sue the school.
Yeah, they could sue the board of ed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll be able to
You
get that.
know, yes, and I know that doesn't solve the issue for the kids, you know, but hopefully the kids have good parents where they could set their kids up for life and they have a good economic future where they don't have to be a part of this shitty system and work in it too. You know, they could do something on their own, you know, or have an inheritance. But this is very unfortunate, man. And their system saved this lady, and we should all be outraged about this, man. Again, another situation where they saved the woman and tried to make the man look like the villain.
Right, and they
It's,
both
it's, it's
kill.
the
Right, and they both
yes,
kill.
and this is the common narrative in the media.
For real, you ain't never lied.
I can't see you though, bitch.
No, this is the common narrative, brother, in the media, man. Common narrative.
That's sad,
Yep.
man. I
Yeah, I
appreciate you, bro.
appreciate you having me, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you, my man. I'm you, Zone.
What's good, Mr. Palmer? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
Well, first of all, I actually saw this story a little while back in the New York Post on my Twitter feed, and when I had to, I don't know if it was late at night or early in the morning, but what I remember is I had to read the headline twice because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm like, I clicked on it, clicked back off, clicked on it, and I'm like, yeah, this title really says what it says. So I just went in there, I just put a comment, I'm like, wow, because I was speechless, I was flabbergasted. I'm just like, what? Like, who in their right mind would think to do something? Like, out of all the things on earth to do, who in their right mind would think to do something like that? Like, especially the children. It's just, it's insane. It's nasty. It's disgusting. You know, those people are definitely sick. And I was kind of jumping in and out because I've been moving around. But I think towards like the end, you was playing the clip, but it showed two black people in it, and you was like, it didn't. You was like, I don't know what it got to do with these people, but they wasn't in it. You remember that?
Yeah. Try to point the blame to somebody else.
But Mr. Palmer, you know they got to put us in everything. You know they got to put us in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's all about imagery in the mind. You know what I'm saying? They can't let us off the hook. You know what I'm saying? When they do something, so they always got to include us in that. But Yeah, man, that's just nasty. That's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But it also at the same time, you know, if I'm with you know, if me and the shorty doing a Bonnie and Clyde thing, you know, I'm an objectivist, so I'm not a I've dabbled in the streets, but I'm not a street guy. But I'm gonna be the one telling first. It's all like you ain't about to throw me under the bus and have me. I'm pulling out notes. I'm going through text messages. I'm sending emails. I'm making phone calls. Hey, brother, can you come in here and testify for me? You're not about to sit here and just throw me under the bus and then you look like, you know what I'm saying, you're the clean savior. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about to play all that. So my whole philosophy is if look, if you're gonna try to make it a bad day for me, it's gonna end bad for both of us. That's been my philosophy. I try to teach that to my kids, my daughters, like, hey, somebody come up to you and they try to make it a bad day and you don't got no other out, it's just gonna have to be a bad day for both of y'all. Both of y'all just gotta go down, both of y'all gotta take a lick. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But a few more words and I'm gonna be out of here. You know what I'm saying? My mama black, my daddy black, and you know what I'm saying? All praises be to Sky Daddy. That's all I got, man. Thank you for bringing me up.
I heard that, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
Thanks.
Peace out, man. You got the bill up in here, man. I'm you, bro.
Oh, what's up with you, bro?
No, man. Finna get back on the couch.
I mean, I kind of knew where that story was going. You know what I mean? Anytime you have a woman and a man committing crimes, you already know that the woman is going to do less time than the man. That's off the top.
Right.
And for the simple fact that they were married, I mean, you know, that was a defensive tactic to get her to, you know, go with that strategy of getting her a divorce and turning on him. You know what I mean? Because like when you're looking at all that time, you know what I'm saying, it's everybody for themselves. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think you know, like, you know, when we talk about white privilege and all that type of shit, we already know that, you know, a lot of white women got that feminine chip, right? So they know how to use it, you know what I'm saying, with their tears or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? When black bitches try to act like they a victim, they go on you know, Surviving R. Kelly and Tasha K and Kwame Brown show and all this old type of shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as you know, accountability and all that, you know, women talk about they strong and they smart and they whatever, but then when it come down to it, even when they talk about fucked up relationships they've been in, you know what I'm saying? A bitch could be in a fucked up relationship for about 3 years, and then when she finally get out of it and she talking about she's single, she talking about, oh, I'm just doing me. Like you done reinvented yourself. Like now you smart. You've been doing.
Oh damn, you starting to be robotic, bro.
But
hey,
man, it's just
you kind of went robotic. What were you saying?
It's what as far when did it go robotic in the relationship part?
Yeah, the relationship.
Oh, like how a female can be in a long.
It's doing it again.
Can you hear me?
Nah, I can't. Go ahead.
Okay, like say how like females are, you know, get in long-term relationships, and then you know, they say the relationship was fucked up, right? So when they finally get out of it, now they think they reinvented themselves and they. You've been doing dumb shit for 10 years, but you know what I mean? So,
it's doing it again, bro. Bill, you there?
But they can destroy a good one.
It's doing it again, bro. I think his shit froze. Yeah, I guess it froze. You saying some real shit. The thing is, again, I want y'all. Hopefully, he'll come back. The thing about it is, when it comes to situations like this, these baby mama tears have an out. They have a way to throw you under the bus and be looked at as a martyr, a queen, a god. You know what I'm saying? A person with courage at the same damn time. Even though you did the same shit that he did, you will be looked at as a victim of circumstances. And he will be looked at as the evil monster. They ain't connected yet. So this dude is gonna get 100 years. All right, here go Bill, and she's gonna get 40 years and only do 20. Probably do less because good behavior. She probably go to school up in there, anything, start helping out the jail and everything else. Go ahead, Bill. I'm you, bro. If you're there.
Yeah. Where did I cut off at, man?
You was talking about the relationship, saying when she get out the long-term relationship, you say she act brand new and shit. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, like they try to reinvent themselves, like they smart now all of a sudden. But
right.
You've been doing, you've been in a fucked up relationship for however long or whatever the case may be. And the thing is about a female, they want to act like they want to act like it's hard to get out of these fucked up relationships, but it's so easy for them to fuck off good ones. So I don't understand what like the feminist movement. I don't think the courts have caught up to it, because I don't see women protesting outside the courthouse talking about, I want to get just as much time as he got. Or, you never see them outside family court talking about, I want every other weekend just like him.
You ain't never lied. You ain't gonna hear that one.
Yeah.
I don't want his alimony. I don't want his spousal support check. No, I could do it all by myself.
Yeah.
I'm independent.
Right. They want equality, you know what I'm saying, until it come down to the equality that they ain't benefiting off of.
Right.
So yeah, man. It's just some fucked up shit, man. I mean, like black, white, whatever. It's just that gender, man, that your genitals is evil and that vagina is precious, you know what I'm saying, in society. And that's what it is, man. I mean, we are always the villains and we always the scapegoat of everything, you know what I mean?
No, 100%,
So,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? A man is always easy to blame for anything, So when it comes to just talking, yeah, they say they smart, they can think for themselves, they got leadership or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, let the motherfuckers get into some trouble, then they always gonna look for somebody to blame,
Right, 100% facts.
And yeah, our society is just fucked up, man, to where we, you know what I'm saying, like even say I was listening to the 7-foot faggot, talk about his mama was strong or whatever, but everything that came out of her, vagina, you know what I'm saying, her prison vagina, everything that came in it and went out of it went to prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's strong.
Even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you always are black queen, mama. Right.
Yeah.
Nah, good shit, man. I appreciate you to the fullest, brother.
Absolutely, bro. Shit, man. I appreciate you too, man. Shit.
Sir.
I'll highlight you, bro.
All right. Peace.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Supreme Team. He said a quote from The Godfather: "Women and children can afford to be careless. Men can't." Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, speaking to Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino. Yeah, he did say some real shit. But appreciate y'all tuning in for this. This is something definitely had to be talked about. I understand it was sickening and graphic, but this is something that had to be talked about because this happens all the time, and this been happening too fucking long. Like I said, both of them should be doing a lifetime in prison. One shouldn't be looked at as a woman of courage or a man of courage. One shouldn't be looking like a fucking victim, and the other one look like a fucking monster. Both of them should be monsters. Ernie and Bert monsters. That's what they should be. I want to apologize to y'all because when I said don't mention Kevin Samuels in here, I didn't mean it like that. You had the right to mention Kevin Samuels in here. You had the right to mention Coach Greg Adams, Dennis Sperling, Jab, whoever you want to mention. You can even mention New Breed if you want to. But when you tell me to be like one of them, or if you tell me that they need to talk to me so they can change me and all that shit, then that's when it's a problem. You have the right to watch and worship and be cool with whoever you see fit on this media platform. I ain't never told one of y'all, don't talk to them, don't talk to them, don't go on their channel, don't fool with them, go hijack their shit, go flag their shit. I ain't never, and I never will. So I don't have no issue with y'all liking whoever you like, but telling me that I need they save us. I need they preaching, they teaching, all that. Get the fuck on with that shit. You know what I mean? I give anybody the opportunity want to holler at me for what you disagree with or what your differences is towards me. All I say is come correct and make sure that it's legit. Because if you say, well, you talk about women too much, then I ain't gonna take you serious. If you tell me, well, you got the fuck child support hat on your head, I'm not gonna take you serious. If you tell me, well, you curse too much, I'm definitely not gonna take you seriously. So, but like I said, when it comes to them two motherfuckers, they both deserve the same time. I get one gonna get less than the other because one is gonna sell you out. But to turn around and make them look like a fucking model and a queen and a god because they think white women are gods too. And that's why I say when it comes to these Al Karen would never be runner up. They will always be number one when it comes to baby mama terrorism. So I want y'all men definitely take heed of this shit because they will throw you on the bus even if y'all do the same crime together. Your own man a sexual failure. So what you think the fucking queen gonna do? This is why if you're gonna do a crime, I ain't talking about what they did, but if you're gonna do a crime, do something slick, you gotta do it your damn self. Because only you can tell on yourself. This motherfucker is looked at as a savior, a martyr, a god, a motherfucking victim. They gave her the V card real quick. And she gonna get out in 20 years. And she's gonna do the same shit over again with the next nigga. And they gonna say, well, if she wouldn't have got with him, it would never happen. You can't make this shit up, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like, subscribe. I'll be live again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tell me what you got. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that she should do same times he do? Do you think that he did mastermind this whole thing? Or do you think she masterminded the situation? You know what I'm saying? So when y'all be talking about, hey man, I deal with only white women, I get it. It's a choice, it's a preference, but don't think them motherfuckers ain't gonna set you up for failure too. Remember, them the ones who setting the white man up for failure. So what you think they'll do to you if need be? The difference between the white man and you, they gonna use you as one of them nigga cards. So take heed from that. You ain't safe with nobody. As long as you got feminism, as long as you got our system and baby mama terrorism, any man could be set up for failure. Well, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Oh yeah, both of them motherfuckers guilty. Peace. Fuck child support.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. Riding around trying to play the role as innocent with an evil soul. In public wearing fake hellos, behind closed doors she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting.
Well, I see a job is never done 1 kid, $3 grand. Man, you have a lot of nerves talking about black women or black woman. They out lynching your dumb ass. They hate y'all. And that's all you know to talk about black women. The white woman going to save you, they hate you. Where the fuck you get that from? Where the fuck you get that shit from? You must just got on here. Where the fuck you get this from? Now we got one mentioning Kevin Samuels. Now we got one talking about black women. What do you want to come on here? You want to come in before I get off, get on the couch? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who the fuck said something about worshiping the white woman? Then I just say that for those who think white women are God, they're not God. What the fuck are you talking about? Or would you talk to somebody in the chat? And to be honest with you, I thought you was a dude, but then I looked at you a female. So what are you talking about? You gonna come up? Yeah, a lot of nerds talk about black women and they lynching your dumb ass. Let's not talk about these black women queen goddesses, because to be honest with you, these black baby mama terrorists are lynching black men. Not all, but most. So if you want to come on here and talk about what black women are doing, aid assisting white supremacy, then we could talk about that. But don't sit back acting like y'all some motherfucking saints. But in this segment, we was talking about this white woman and this white dude. So you should have talked about this yesterday when I was talking about baby mama tears out Quishas and our watermelon niches. You late. Maybe tomorrow. I'll get back to the regular scheduled program. But don't come here talking about some motherfucking queens like these motherfuckers, some goddamn saints. 20 million abortions and shit. Alienating the fathers out the picture. Fucking up the black community. Setting up boys for failure, making them son husbands and simping forces. Don't do that. If you're going to talk truth, talk truth. Don't come here talking about something. You talking about worshiping the white woman. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them motherfuckers. At least I don't. Now, unless you talking about somebody in the chat, then I understand. But you say you. So when you say you and you ain't tagging nobody, you talking about me. So, like I said, y'all baby mama tears out Quishas are runner-ups. You'll never be number one to the out Karen because you'll never have any power. And that's facts. So, like I said, if you want to holler at me on some real shit, links in the description. But I see Shay responding back, so I'm going to go ahead and get my ass on the couch. And since I halfway played the Baby Mama Terry song, I might as well play the Pump and Dump. Yes, if it don't apply, let it fly. Let's go ahead and play this motherfucker. I get the fuck out of here. Y'all be coming with some shit off the wall, saying any motherfucking thing, man. Like I said, in between me and others, I ain't gonna boot you out. Mr. Pump. Shout out to the real niggas. Pump and Dump. Peace.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.
Yo. Hit the bitch once, don't call her back. Hit the bitch once, now calling back. She going to my phone, I tell her I ain't home. I ain't tryna tell her that the hair was whack. Bitch get mad, I fuck around, get smacked. I ain't really tryna go through all that. Say you want the truth, but I know that's cat, bitch. I'm an OG, don't fall for the trap. Talk me back and get dropped. Raise the voice, the bitch block. Think you the only baddie out here that shooting shots, bitch stop. I ain't like these simp niggas that open doors and wanna hold your hand. I'ma be the side dude inside you, see back to your man. Hoes say that I'm toxic. Nah, bitch, these niggas lost it. Lame niggas gassing up your head. I don't like pics, you get dick instead. Got hair while smoking on the end though. Then put the bitch in the friend zone. So many hoes can't worry about one, so I pump and dump hoes, yeah, one of done hoes, yeah.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. I don't give a fuck about nan, bitch. These simps are the ones you can control. Simping forces, son husbands, blue pill to sideline haters. You wanna talk, I'll see you later. I don't wear a cape, so I can't save ya or date ya. So what's going on? I'm coming to your home looking for some dome. You don't get down like that with the fuck you rat, then trip, bitch. I'm staying home. But here's the kicker, she wanna ask for dough like I'm one of them niggas. I ain't got shit. Walmart's always hiring hoes, so you better find your ass some business. I ain't got time for that fuckery. I don't play games, I stay sucker free. I'm Mr. Palmer, better recognize me. I know you get down, you belong to the streets. Stop playing games, holler celibate. Saying your body count is irrelevant. Man, you were just an embarrassment. Another pump and dump, baby mama Terry. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.